Live from the radio home of the Opry, country music, Nashville stories, real conversation. She's country music's BFF. This is the Kelly Sutton Show.
Good morning.
Good morning. There we go. There it is. I was like, good morning, good morning, good morning. I was about to say it's a Monday, but I think that's pretty evident. Hello, welcome in. Annie Nye is back. Woo! Hi, friend.
Hi, how are you?
So good. How was vacation?
Vacation was wonderful. I really missed being here with everyone to kick off the Kelly Sutton Show. But
How much did you really miss it, though?
I didn't know I missed you guys.
Missed us.
I didn't
Okay,
say
good.
I would have rather been here,
Thank
but
you.
I
Okay.
did miss you guys.
Okay.
Yeah, she's not gonna embellish or lie about it,
All
but
right.
yeah, she still missed us.
Okay.
Well, we're happy that you're here. It's going to be a fantastic week. We got a lot of stuff that we're going to get to. Right out of the gates, though, I got a text this morning when I woke up from friends in the UK asking me to send over a soundbite about the death of Hayden Panettiere. And I was like, I didn't even know that happened. Yeah, so passed away. Apparently, it happened yesterday. She was in South Carolina. Actress that we've known since she was little. She was a child star for years in movies and television shows. I think she really became like the household name when she was in Heroes. Do you remember Save the Cheerleader, Save the
yes.
World?
Mhm.
Yeah, she was the cheerleader in Heroes. And then Nashville certainly catapulted her to the next level, especially with All of Us. And I had scenes with her. In the few times that I was on Nashville, there were a couple of times where I acted with her in scenes. So it's just kind of crazy. You think about, this person that people have really known her entire life, and now she's gone. 36 years old. Way too young.
Oh, gosh.
So,
yeah.
they're still investigating. Not a whole lot of details just yet, but we're thinking about all of the friends and family, and certainly our friend Chip Eston, who worked with her so closely on that show, and so many others here in town that knew her. So just thinking about her and all of the family and friends that now are trying to figure out exactly what happened. If we get more details, we'll let you know throughout the show. But yeah, just saw that and said, hey, we got to talk about this off the top of the show. I will tell you, she was intimidating, even though she was younger and smaller than me, because she was little. I mean, she was probably 5'1", maybe.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, she was little. So there was a scene that we had together, and her character had done something crazy, of course. Her character was Juliet. And so I was a reporter screaming questions at her, typecasting. But as she was walking out of a building, all of us are yelling questions at her, and I'm the last one to yell something at her, and I put the microphone in her face, and she's about to get in the car, and she slams the car door, and she turns around and looks at me and just tears into me. And I mean, the first time it happened, I was like, you could see the fear on my face. That wasn't acting. That was real. I was like, whoa. And then as soon as they yelled cut, she went, sorry. And I was like, wow. I was just not prepared, you know? And then we had to do it a couple more times. The second time, I don't think I was quite as shocked. But that first time, she spun around on a dime and just let me have it. And I was like, whew, wow, she's really good actress. So yeah, just thinking about that this morning. We're also thinking about the fact today is National Thrift Store Day. So we wore things we thrifted. What do you have on?
This was a $2.99 Bluebird Cafe little baseball shirt.
The raglan.
Yeah. It
I
fit
like.
better when I bought it. It's a little tighter now than it was, but I'm a little. It's not tighter. I'm bigger.
I don't know. It shrunk.
It's the same. I
Put
think,
it in
so.
that hot water.
It shrunk in the wash,
it down
Charles.
for sure.
I had a feeling it'd been shrunk years before I ever bought it, but
It
it
done
fit-
been shrunk.
anyway. But yeah, but I thought it was a cool shirt.
I love
Yeah,
that.
and you hardly ever see like Bluebird merch.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, and people hold on to that usually. I know.
Yeah.
Annie, did you wear anything that was thrifted? The pants.
Oh,
Cute. Show us the pants. Flower jeans.
Really cute pants with
Butterflies.
flowers and butterflies. I thought they were very kind of look, there's a little cowgirl hat, cowgirl
Cute.
boots. I thought they went with the
Watermelon.
theme. I thought they went with many a theme for the Kelly Sutton show.
I love it.
So-
Happy, sunshine, rainbows, watermelon,
Country.
country. So cute. Love it. I have on a t-shirt that says Run Boston 2012. It is not something that I did. I was not in Boston in 2012, nor did I run. But I saw this and I thought it was really cute. I was actually going to Boston for a Kenny Chesney show. So he was playing there and I was in a thrift store and I was like, oh, that's perfect. So I snagged this and it's one of my favorite thrift store finds. So we're talking about thrift store finds. This whole week is going to be like thrifty and thriving. We've got all kinds of cool stuff that we're telling you how to save money. What's your favorite thrift store find? Where do you find your bargains? And, you know, we're going to have Amber Anderson come in at some point. She's the queen of knowing all the things.
She's thrifted things for me.
Yes, me too.
She personalized thrifts.
Yeah.
It's very great.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's
like
like
a
your
personal shopper.
Yeah,
She's a
your personal thrifter.
Your personal thrifter. All of that and more is on the way. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for listening in. Tell us where you're watching from. If you're watching us on the stream, by the way, you can put that down in the chat. We're going to rewind to the stage of the Grand Ole Opry right now. It's Ingrid Andress with More Hearts Than Mine.
I wrote this because the person I was dating at the time, he was like, well, are we doing Thanksgiving at your family's house or at mine? And I was like, how about neither? How about you never meet my family? Is that an option? And that's when I realized that I actually should be more intentional about who I date because my family wants to love who I love. And yeah, it's a whole package deal. So I couldn't just date random dudes anymore after that. This song ruined me. Anyway, this is More Hearts Than Mine. I can't wait to show you where I grew up. Walk you around the foothills of my town. You probably feel like you've been there before. After hearing all the stories I've been telling you for 6 months now. We'll probably have to sleep in separate bedrooms. Pack a shirt for church because we'll go. Well, I'm not trying to scare you off, but I just thought that we should talk a few things out before we hit the road. If I bring you home to mama, I guess I better warn you. She falls in love a little faster than I do. In my time, we'll check your tires, pour you whiskey over ice, and take you fishing, but pretend that he don't like you. Oh, if we break up, I'll be fine, but you'll be breaking more hearts than mine. You can sing along, y'all. My sister's gonna ask a million questions and say anything she can to turn you red. And when you meet my high school friends, they'll buy you drinks and fill you in on all the crazy nights I can't outlive. So if I bring you home to mama, I guess I better warn you. She falls in love a little faster than I do. And my dad will check your tires, pour you whiskey over ice, and take you fishing, but pretend that he don't like you. Oh, if we break up, I'll be fine, but you'll be breaking more hearts than mine. Oh, if I bring you home to mama, I guess I better warn you. She feels every heartache I go through. And if my dad sees me crying, he'll pour some whiskey over ice and tell a lie and say he never really liked you. Oh, if we break up, I'll be fine, but you'll be breaking more hearts than mine. Let me hear y'all. You'll be breaking. Close enough. I love you guys. Have a great night.
Oh, I love that. Ingrid Andress on the stage of the Grand Ole Opry. I love the setup where she's like, how could we possibly get through this where you never meet my family?
Yeah.
Is that a possibility?
Is
Can
that
we
an
do
option?
that?
Never.
Yeah. Option. Never, maybe. Love hearing her on the stage of the Opry. Hey, let us know where you're watching or listening from. If you're listening to us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, or on TikTok, watching us there. Put in the chat where you are watching from. We'd love to give you some shout outs.
Oh, YouTube anywhere from Rochester, New York to Sydney, Australia.
We love our
where
Aussies.
where it's almost tomorrow, right?
Aussie, Aussie, Aussie.
Yeah.
Oi, oi, oi.
Oh, yes.
It's the easiest way to spot them. More on the way. You're watching The Kelly Sutton Show and listening to us on WSM.
Wherever you go this summer, take WSM with you. With the WSM Radio app, you can listen live to the Grand Ole Opry, catch your favorite country shows, and stay connected to country music's home. Anytime, anywhere. Plus, explore even more with our 24/7 streaming stations, Route 650 Americana, Opry 100 Radio, and Legends of Country Radio. From Nashville to the world, it's everything you love about WSM right in your pocket. Download it now in the App Store and never miss a moment. 650 AM WSM, on your radio and wherever you are.
Your radio home for the Opry. WSM.
Once upon a time, Goldilocks had her leg broken in a crash. The medical bills were piling up fast, and she didn't know whatsoever to do. So she called 3 lawyers, bears. Yeah. So the first bear she called was so big, but Goldilocks felt small when the bear wouldn't return her calls and didn't treat her well at all. Maybe he was just too big. The second bear she called was small. He was like a teddy bear, so cute. But Goldilocks came to realize the insurance bears were not taking him seriously. Maybe he was just a wee bit too small. Then she called Jeff Roberts and Associates, who is not a bear at all, but a personal injury attorney who has been practicing in Nashville for 25 years. Not too big, not too small, just right. Jeff Roberts got her the settlement she deserved, and she lived happily ever after. Jeff Roberts and Associates, big enough to win, small enough to care.
Google Jeff Roberts and Associates Nashville or simply dial 615-425-4400.
Onyx, I keep having stomach issues. Please make me a doctor's appointment.
Okay, are you suffering from diarrhea, bloating, gas, or oily stools? If so, you may want to ask your doctor if it could actually be a problem with your pancreas, called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI.
My pancreas? How is EPI treated?
A prescription medicine like Creon, pancrelipase, is used to treat people who can't digest food normally because their pancreas doesn't make enough enzymes. Creon is the #1 prescribed treatment for EPI.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you are allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor, and always with food. Do not chew capsules, as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon. You can learn more at 1-800-633-9110.
Before your appointment, visit creoninfo.com. That's CREON info.com.
Keeping you connected to country.
Okay, friends, I have a fun story for you.
You know I love my gal.
This is the Kelly Sutton Show on 650 AM WSM. Brought to you in part by Puckett's Restaurant.
This morning, we are getting into the time machine in just a few minutes with a really cool prize. So if you can figure out what song that I'm going to give you clues for coming up in just a little bit, then you're going to win tickets to see Shenandoah at the Ryman. How cool is that? Marty Raven, we love you. Tickets are on sale right now. It's happening in October 28th. So right before Halloween.
He was just at the Opry with Mae Estes as a special guest, and they did Moon Over Georgia. Oh,
I bet that was
it was great.
fantastic. All right, so tickets for that are up for grabs coming up in just a few minutes. First, we're going to rewind to the stage. Grand Ole Opry. Our friend Bailey Zimmerman on stage there. Bailey doing Rock in a Hard Place. Listen, here's my one thing I'm going to say about Bailey Zimmerman.
You could say more than one.
Well, I feel like I am Bailey's like either country music mom or aunt, because I worry about him so much. He jumps, like he comes out of have you seen him live? He comes out like on a toaster. It pops him up like a Pop-Tart.
It's the Michael Jackson pop.
Correct.
Yes.
And
but then he swings.
He pops up, and then there's a rope swing.
Yep.
And he grabs a hold of the rope swing, and he swings over the crowd, and then he falls down, and then flames shoot up on either side of him. And I said, "You're doing too much. That's too much. Something could happen in all of that. Pop up, tear an ACL, swing out, break an ankle, catch yourself on fire. Like there's too much happening, and I worry about him."
And our buddy Wes Anderson, who we miss at the Opry, but is doing such a great job down at Ascend. His first two shows as like the production guy at Ascend Amphitheater were the two Bailey Zimmerman shows. So of all the ones,
there's a lot.
Like you couldn't open with Bob Dylan where he's just 50 feet back from the stage and there's no lighting whatsoever, right? It had to be this insane setup for your first show.
So much pyro.
Yeah.
All right. So Bailey tamed down, no pyro, no rope swing, no pop-up toaster. It's just Bailey on stage at the Grand Ole Opry.
This song is called Rock in a Hard Place, and I need y'all to get up and sing it with me. Come on. We've been swinging and missing. It ain't broke yet, but damn, it needs fixing. Been a while since your kiss felt like kissing. Well, it's just different. Come on. We've been talking about forever since we've been together. Something about her ain't makes you think we're better off with all this, but we're between a rock and a hard place. Red wine and mistakes, tears rolling down your face. When I walked out that door, well, that's when I lost it. Midnight in Austin. Damn, I'm exhausted. What the hell's this all for? Come on. Is this where it mends or it breaks? Between a rock? Yeah, Opry, that's what I'm talking about. For the record, come on. Throwing in the towel takes some effort. So I'd rather ride it out for better weather. Come on, together between a rock and a red wine and mistakes, tears rolling down your face. When I walked out that door, that's when I lost it. Midnight in Austin. Damn, I'm exhausted. What the hell's this all for? Is this where it mends or it breaks? Between a rock and a hard place. Thank you so much, Opry. Let's go. Where we out? We've been talking about forever since we've been together. Something about her ain't makes you think we're better. Between a rock and a, come on. Tears rolling down to your face as I walked out there. Yeah, that's when I lost it. Midnight in Austin. Damn, I'm exhausted. What the hell's this all for? Come on. Is this where it mends or it breaks? How much more of this can we take? I love you so much. happy birthday, Aubrey. Thank you so much.
Bailey Zimmerman on stage at the Grand Ole Opry. He's like, what did we call him? He's a golden retriever. He's always happy to see you, always high energy, always in the room. And we're like, we love you, Bailey. Okay, we are going to play our time machine right now. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Here we go.
Here we go. We're in it. The doors are open. You're stepping into the time machine, everybody. Here's what I'm going to tell you. This is a fantastic song that as soon as we get to play it, I'm going to be very happy that I have heard it today. Clue number 1, the song features a supergroup made up of 4 legendary country artists who each had massive solo careers. Clue number 2, each singer tells the story from the perspective of a different character. And one of those characters meets a pretty dramatic fate.
Oh.
Clue number 3, the song takes you through several timelines with themes of adventure, danger, freedom, and coming back again and again and again. So, if you know who we're talking about.
See what you did there?
And you know the song. Give us a call, 615-737-9650, 615-737-9650. If you are caller number 4 and you know the answer to the question, then you're going to win tickets to see Shenandoah. Again, supergroup, 4 legendary country artists. Each singer tells a story from their own perspective, and the song takes you through several timelines. Give us a call right now.
Sunday nights on WSM. Hear music from the artists who live it. It's WSM's Artist Corner, a rotating lineup of artist-hosted shows every Sunday at 7 p.m. The first Sunday of every month, it's the Air Castle Community Hour with Charlie Worsham. Second Sunday, the American Songster Radio with Dom Flemons. Third Sunday, Face the Music with Chuck Mead. And the fourth Sunday, Wild Ponies Happy Hour. 4 unique perspectives, 1 night a week. And catch a replay of the latest episodes of all 4 shows every Saturday night beginning at 7 on Route 650 Americana. Available on the WSM app and at WSMradio.com. WSM's Artist Corner, Sunday nights at 7.
WSM.
Okay, everybody, the dreaded words. What's for dinner? Listen, I have the answer for you. Springer Mountain Farms chicken. When you're feeding the ones you love, you want to feel confident about what's on the table, and that's why so many people and families trust Springer Mountain Farms. They are proudly American, dedicated to raising a chicken that is simply superior for your family. Hey, y'all, it's Kelly Sutton. You know, at Springer Mountain Farms, quality and great flavor are always guaranteed. The chickens are raised responsibly on family farms in the beautiful hills of the Blue Ridge Mountains. Springer Mountain Farms is proudly American Humane certified. Their chicken is always all natural, never fed any animal byproducts, antibiotics, or hormones. It's simple, honest food that you can feel good about serving the people who matter most. So if you're worried about dinner plans, we got you covered. Springer Mountain Farms is proud to help feed America simply superior chicken. Find it at a store or restaurant near you by visiting SpringerMTN.com. That's SpringerMTN.com.
Americana Fest, the Americana Music Festival and Conference, is Nashville's best week of music. Slated for September 15th through September 19th, with performances by Buddy Miller,
I'm fired again.
Katie Pruitt, Melissa Etheridge,
And I chose to survive. God, I love being alive.
Drayton Farley,
And I need to grow. 'Cause this rush just
Aaron Enderlin,
baby, I can be your whiskey.
Leroy Parnell, Shaky Graves, and many more. Premier all-event silver wristbands are available at AmericanaFest.com. That will get you admission into shows, plus invitations to dozens of music, business, panels, and parties. Just want to catch the nighttime showcases? Festival wristbands are also available at AmericanaFest.com. Americana Fest, the coolest music scene today.
Good Friday morning. This is Holly Thompson with your WSMV4 News Update. This morning, a West Nashville neighborhood is on high alert. A mother is warning other parents of a man who tried to lure her child into his car. The Bellevue mom says her son frantically rushed home last Thursday after the incident. She says several cameras in the River Plantations neighborhood recorded what happened. In the video, you can see a marked car with the words "local locksmith" on the sides. She says she looked at nearby surveillance footage and saw the man followed her son near their home as he was walking his dog. The driver pulled up and told the boy to get into his car. Well, that mother has now added cameras outside their home, and neighbors we talked to say they're concerned and very nervous with kids headed back to school. Now, you can see the video right now on our WSMV4 app if you have any information that can help. Call police. The U.S. facing a major blood crisis across the nation. Hospitals, blood banks right now receiving a limited supply of type O blood after donations fell to a 4-year summer low. There are places, several of them, where you can roll up your sleeves over the next few days. Today, the Clarksville Clinic is among them, hosting a blood drive from 9 this morning to 1. Also today in Williamson County, the American Red Cross hosting a blood drive there at the public library. Wilson County Tennessee State Fair officially underway. If you and the family are headed out for the fun, be prepared for extreme heat. Fair officials say there will be several places to cool off, including misting stations. Also, a new first and building near the Ferris wheel. We know first responders say they'll have everything from cooling towels to IVs for you. Some booths will have free water bottles and popsicles. And if you're looking for something fun for the family tonight without spending a dime, you can watch a free movie at the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. They are showing Disney Pixar's Cars movie. They'll also have bounce houses, a vintage car show, and food trucks. Free popcorn as well. Now, it all gets started tonight at 5. The movie rolls at 8. You can follow updates on these stories and the latest on your First Alert forecast. It's all in the WSMV4 News app. From the WSMV4 Newsroom, I'm Holly Thompson.
WSM weather. From the Springer Mountain Farms Weather Center, here's your First Alert forecast.
I'm WSMV4 First Alert meteorologist Stefano DiPietro. Hot and humid for us today. Highs in the mid-90s, a heat index around 105, and mixing clouds and sun for a majority of the day, though you do want to keep an eye out for a pop-up shower or thunderstorm as we progress through the day. A chance for a severe thunderstorm east of I-65 late this afternoon and this evening, with gusty winds, heavy downpours being the main concern. We are down to the 70s and 60s tonight. Less humid tomorrow. Highs are in the low 90s.
She's country music's BFF.
I have, and I'm not giving it back. It's my job now.
This is the Kelly Sutton Show.
Hey, Jelly, I'm going to need a favor. I need you to stick to singing. I'll do the hosting, okay?
Brought to you in part by Puckett's Restaurant.
Good morning. Who am I talking to?
This is Randy Calvin.
Hi, Randy. Where are you calling me from?
Bloomington, Indiana.
Go Hoosiers!
Yeah, there you go.
All right. Do you know the song we're talking about?
I think it's by the Highwaymen, ain't it?
Yeah, you got it. Congratulations. How long have you lived in Bloomington?
I've lived here all my life.
Oh, man. Well, hey, congratulations. You're going to get to see Shenandoah. We've got tickets to Shenandoah. It's happening in October down here at the Ryman. Tell me who made you a winner this morning.
AM 650 WSM.
Hello, you're listening. If you're on the radio right now, you're hearing the Highwayman from the Highwaymen. So congratulations to our friend Randy. He was the right caller.
It's almost
from
like
Bloomington.
almost like if the Beatles had a song called The Beatles or The Beatle.
Well, it's weird too because it's Highwayman and they were the Highwaymen.
Yes.
And it threw me for a second when we were choosing this. I was like, wait, the song is Highwayman.
Yeah. Yes. The
but
band is
they were Highwaymen.
Yes.
Correct. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't losing my scruples. Which
I'm a highway passenger princess.
Wait. I'm not sure losing your scruples would be the right answer on that. Like,
Is it
scruples
not?
is like morals. I don't think just having it wrong would be that.
Losing your scruples?
Yeah, scruples is like morals.
Is this like no dog in this fight? Oh,
No,
Annie,
that's not
we gotta
it.
get you to. Okay, Annie, we had an altercation.
Yeah, let's move on from scruples because I don't know that word.
All right, we're live in 10 seconds. But would you say, do you have a dog in this fight or a dog in this hunt?
All right, here we go. We're coming back. Here we go.
Think about it.
All right.
That was the Highwayman from the Highwaymen. Of course, the incredible supergroup. Johnny Cash, Waylon Jennings, Willie Nelson, Chris Christopherson. Incredible song. That was from 1985, I think, is when that one came
Yep.
out.
Mm-hmm.
So
it hit number 1 this day in 1985.
isn't that the coolest?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Thinking about it, all of them. And I'm trying to, in my mind, I'm like, who did I actually get to chat with? I never met Johnny Cash. I don't think I ever met. Did I meet Waylon? No. Maybe. No, I can't. I don't think I did. Willie, yes. And Chris, yes. But the other two, I never got a chance to meet. Did you meet any of them?
Christopherson's the only one I've met. I've seen Willie live, but never was around Johnny Cash, sadly.
I know. I'm heartbroken that I wasn't around Johnny.
And I saw Waylon, too, at the Ryman, one of his last shows, too. He was... It was still an amazing show, but he was having a hard time getting around, you know? So he sat a lot of the show. My old friend Johnny B and I went to the Ryman. He turned me on to the great music of Waylon Jennings.
Yeah, that he would have been a cool one to see and talk to.
Mm-hmm.
Love that. Well, that is our winner this morning, Randy from Bloomington, Indiana. He won tickets to see Shenandoah.
You got very excited when we had a winner from Indiana.
Go Hoosiers.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He's in Bloomington. That made my heart very happy. So for one brief second in time, I thought that IU was going to be my school.
Oh, really?
Well, my family is an Indiana household, which means that we cheer for the Hoosiers.
Okay.
And if you're from Southern Indiana, you know that that's a big deal because you have several different teams that you can choose from. You can either choose Indiana, Kentucky, or Louisville because we're all in that proximity.
Right.
Like, a lot of people are working in Louisville and a lot of people may have gone to the University of Kentucky. So immediately you would be put into a bucket depending on what that answer was. Like, who's your team? And if they would say Wildcats, my dad was immediately like, well, they're Kentucky fans.
Wow. All right.
Now,
Instant
Louisville
judgment.
fans are just a whole different breed.
Right.
They're like over on an island,
Okay.
truly.
All
But IU and Kentucky, there's a big rivalry there.
right.
So
Do we even care about Purdue?
No.
No.
Although my mom went there, so I probably should.
As did our boss.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, my mom went to Purdue. And actually, my husband went there for a brief moment. It was IUPUI, so it was Indiana University.
That's the most confusing thing.
Ooey pooey.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you want to say.
What
did it stand for?
Indiana University, Purdue University at Indianapolis. So both of the schools came together and made a school.
A third.
In Indianapolis. And that's where Paul went for a little bit. Ooey pooey.
Ooey pooey. I kind of like that.
It was kind of fun. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so we have another chance for you to win tickets tomorrow. If you're listening in, you can give us a call. We'll be doing our Kelly's Country Time Machine every day, 7:20.
Yep, Shenandoah tickets. Plus, tomorrow, your chance to go see Carrie Underwood at the Opry this weekend as well.
Oh, we're giving away Carrie Underwood tickets tomorrow as well. So stay tuned for that. Also, let us know, Thrift Store Day. What's the best thing that you found in a thrift store? Do you have one item you were like, that was the coolest? And are you wearing it today? You should, because it's National Thrift Store Day. We're talking about those stories and more over on all of our socials. Of course, we're live streaming this morning. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram.
You love this. Shout out to Sheila Lee, who misses my Braves updates, by the way. They won last night, 5-3 over the Diamondbacks. Kelly, you remind me of a friend that lives in Indiana. I've watched you from the first day. Well...
There is that. There is that. I will say, I did have a friend that said, I remember seeing someone that looked a lot like you in Evansville. And I was like, no, that was me.
That was me.
That
Looked
was
a lot like you.
That was my first job, was Evansville, Indiana. So, yeah, good morning.
At least they meant it as a compliment, not like the guy with that great Vince Gill story where it's like, if Vince Gill gained 80 pounds, you'd look just like him. I did, and I am.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. And actually, I told her it's 70 pounds. So, yeah. I actually told it wrong one time on the air. I said 80. And about 10 seconds later, the hotline rings, and Bill Cody answers the hotline, and he goes, well, that was Vince. And he said, tell your buddy it was 70 pounds.
It wasn't 80. Oh, we got more on the way. We're going to play a little Charles Wesley Godwin right now. This is the new one featuring Luke Combs. It's called Better That Way. You're hearing Okay, everybody, we are chatting this morning all about thrift store finds. What is something that you found in a thrift store that you absolutely love? We're all wearing an item that we've thrifted. I tend to, like, as soon as I walk in, I'm going straight to the T-shirt section. That is, like, my one thing. I tend to find really cool vintage T-shirts. That's like my number one thing. And we were recently in New York City, and when we were there, we went to a thrift store, and it made me laugh so hard because there were so many country T-shirts. There was
like concert, like
yes,
band T-shirt.
There was a Garth T-shirt there.
Really?
That was like a Rope in the Wind Garth T-shirt. There was a Carrie Underwood T-shirt from years ago. I bought the Kip Moore T-shirt and the Dan and Shay. There was a Dan and Shay in there from 2015. And I showed it to him the last time. I was like, hey, look what I found. And he goes, oh, well, I'm glad that they're rid of us in New York.
Yeah, see, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, I've come so close to telling someone I found their record in, like, the 99-cent bin, and, like, that's not where you want to find your record. So
I will not tell you which artist it was. However, there was a truckload of merchandise from one artist that was given to Southern Thrift on Charlotte here in town. And when we walked in, it looked like you were backstage at a concert because it was T-shirts and mugs and just all of the stuff that they'd never sold. And I said, Joyce was with me, my producer at the time, and we looked at each other and we were like, oh, this would be the most heartbreaking feeling in the world to walk into a thrift store and all of your merch is $1.99 right now. And there were, I mean, it was a lot.
Did you buy any of it?
I did not.
Okay. All right.
I should have. I really should have because I
Solo
like
artist or band?
Solo artist.
Male or female?
I don't want to say.
Oh, you can say male or female.
Male.
All right.
Yeah. But it was just one of those like,
Luke Bryan.
Man. I'm not going to tell you what it was. I'm not going to tell
Charles.
All right.
I mean,
hey, by the way, do yourself a favor. Go to YouTube and type in Aaron Weber #1 dad hat. You talk about stuff you don't want to find at Goodwill. It's a great bit.
Yeah.
All right, we're back in 10 seconds.
Only
Jeffrey,
two
we're going to
ways
talk
it
here
got
just for a
donated,
second to the break.
right?
Yes.
Only 2 ways it got donated.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And the best one is,
Charles Wesley Godwin and Luke Combs, Better That Way. I love their voices together.
It's a great song.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah. I love the line, hearing my name in a Southern drawl. Yeah, it's just a beautiful song. He did it on the Opry a few weeks ago when he was there as well.
Truly. So, well, today is National Thrift Store Day, so tell us the things that you've thrifted. You just brought up an Aaron Weber joke that I completely forgot about.
Yeah, finding a hat at Goodwill that says #1 dad.
There are only two ways that got donated.
That's right, yeah. And the happier one is that he's dead. The worst is that
you're not the number one.
And they've gotten rid of the #1 dad hat. So
you're not a #1 dad anymore. We're donating this. Nice try. I'd forgotten all about that. So good morning, Aaron Weber, if he is listening to us this morning. Okay, on the way, coming up in just a little bit, we're going to rewind to the stage at the Grand Ole Opry with some John Conley for you. Also, coming in to visit us today, Josh Turner. Josh is going to be here in our 9 o'clock hour. We're celebrating the 20th anniversary of the 5-time platinum album, Your Man.
There's a new deluxe edition of that to celebrate 20 years, turquoise vinyl. Turquoise is not only is it a nice word, it's a pretty color.
It is.
Turquoise.
Mm-hmm. We like it.
It's not quite aqua.
No.
There's a difference.
It's a difference.
Yes.
There's a difference between aqua and turquoise. Join us over in the chat. Tell us where you're watching and listening from. It's the Kelly Sutton Show this morning on WSM.
We're celebrating the summer of the century at the Grand Ole Opry, and one of summer's favorite traditions is still going strong. Join us every Friday and Saturday evening through Labor Day weekend for the Opry Plaza Summer Concert Series. Enjoy free live music before the Opry. Grab a bite from one of our food trucks, cool off with an ice cold drink, and soak up the sounds of summer on the Opry Plaza. Whether you're headed into the show or just looking for a great night out, there's still plenty of summer left to enjoy. The Opry Plaza Summer Concert Series, free, beginning at 5:30 every Friday and Saturday evening through September 5th. Sponsored by Travel and Leisure.
For 250 years, we've been building America by hand, together. These are the hands that built America, the hands that still shape it, earn it, and pass it on. American-made craftsmanship lives in every buckle and every piece of jewelry. From Montana silversmiths, made by hand, made with pride, and made to last for generations. Celebrate 250 years of building this great nation together. Visit montanasilversmiths.com or your local fine Western retailer.
Hello, friend. Al Purnell here. I love good fiddling music, and you know what makes it good? The way it's made and the way it's played. You first start out with a good fiddle, then you get a good fiddler. That's how we feel about making our sausage. We use our 80-year-old family recipe, then we play it out with the best tasting country sausage. So quit fiddling around and buy Purnell's Old Folks Country Sausage, because it's good.
Hey, it's Nan Kelly from Heart of the Night. Years ago, Charlie and I called Sage Spring Wealth Partners for help with our financial future. And 25 years later, we are so happy with the care we've received from them all this time. Their approach is holistic, understanding your present and future goals and crafting a plan toward a life of financial independence. Retirement income, tax integrated and investment planning, financial planning, and education at every step of the way. You invest in your future, they invest in you. Sage Spring Wealth Partners at sagespring.com.
This is a testimonial provided by an existing Sage Spring Wealth Partners client for which the client has been compensated in cash. The client has an incentive to recommend Sage Spring Wealth Partners due to the compensation the client is receiving for this testimonial. For additional disclosures, please visit sagespring.com/disclosures.
WSM.
Oh, sorry.
She's country music's BFF.
Real life is sometimes a little messy.
This is the Kelly Sutton Show, powered in part by Hemisphere Coffee Roasters.
Real life is messy. Mondays are messy. We're in it together. We're glad you're here.
Now, that was my bad there. But sometimes, I don't know what happens sometimes between the time I leave on like Friday and the time I come back on Monday.
I think Mr. Acuff might be a little upset. We have not played Wabash Cannonball in quite some time.
This is true. Yeah.
So we are in our Acuff house, Springer Mountain Farms. This is our Simply Superior studio at the Acuff house. And we do feel his spirit from time to time. Annie in particular. I think Annie has a really strong antenna for some things.
Yeah.
I can feel him or someone.
Yeah.
I'm not
sure.
You
said earlier you thought you saw someone walk across the floor.
Walk in all the way around and behind me and come to right here. And I thought I always think it's Eric. I'm always like, why is Eric right behind me and not saying anything? And no one's ever there.
And no one is there.
Ooh.
So sorry, Eric.
Yeah. And
sorry, I keep blaming you.
I really am now starting to think like some spirit, if it is Mr. Acuff, he likes you, Annie. There's something
Just
about it.
Someone's here and they've got their eyes on everything.
Uh-huh.
I'm not sure that they're mad. I don't
No,
think they're mad.
no, I don't think anybody's mad. I think
No.
that he's probably like, well, Charlie hit the wrong button. You know, he's
Right.
judging
Right,
probably
well, yeah.
from another realm. But that's okay.
Wouldn't it be cool if we went and watched the stream and there was like a little light presence there?
Okay, have you seen when Tesla self-driving cars drive through a graveyard?
No.
No, all their cameras. Like
Yes, you haven't seen this?
Uh-uh.
Okay, there are all of these different videos. So Teslas can sense with all of their cameras if there are people walking in front of you.
Right.
And it will show you, you know, like passengers or different cars or whatever. And there are all of these videos of people driving their Tesla through a graveyard, and it's like people walking, but there's no one there.
Nuh-uh.
I will find the video. We'll show the video.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's, you know, I don't know what to believe with that, but I thought it's interesting. It's like picking up on something.
I usually give those things the I don't know. I mean,
Renee sees stuff a lot.
Like, does she?
Really?
Especially in New Orleans. Yeah.
What do you mean see stuff though? Does she see like light beams? Does
No,
she see like
she actually
people?
sees figures. Yeah. Yeah. She did it at
I
our
mean-
old apartment downtown. Yeah.
But that's
'Cause
different
it
than a
go-
camera picking it up.
It is different. Yeah.
I kind of like where this is going.
Yeah.
I don't know. If you're seeing stuff or if you feel something,
All right.
especially if you're seeing stuff on the stream this morning,
yeah.
let us know.
Let us know. Take a screenshot of it and send it to us.
You know
Give us a
where you
call.
might see something is in a thrift store because you don't know who's something.
There's an energy.
You're
But you know what?
Oh,
There's
that's
something
true. You
really
don't
cool.
know.
Here's what I really like. And Paul, my husband, bless him, he puts up with me. I love antiques. I love going to estate sales. I like thrifting. I like pieces of furniture that have a story.
Sure.
But you
I don't want it to be IKEA. It just, you know, the story is it came and I tried to put it together and it's missing 3 bolts. I don't like that. I like stories of like, this was somebody's great grandmother's and their dad made it. And I think that part of that is like my great grandfathers made furniture and I have pieces of theirs at my mom and dad's house. Like there's this big, beautiful pie safe. And if you open the drawer, it has his name where he burned it into the
Oh, no,
pie safe
that's
and made it.
really cool.
So those type of things, it's like, man, that's cool. Like there's something really cool about that.
Do you remember the Friends episode where Rachel keeps buying things from Pottery Barn but gives this great backstory?
The
It's all-
apothecary table.
All from the colonial period. And Ross is like, what other periods would there be? It's like,
Yeah.
Well, your,
Your period.
your, the time of your, land of your. So,
It was the apothecary
yeah,
table.
it was the and the
Loved
bird
it.
and the bird cage.
The bird cage.
The bird cage.
That's right. That's
Yeah,
right. All right.
yeah.
Give us a call. We're talking about all things thrifted this morning. And if you are seeing anything on the live stream, please let us know.
Yeah.
615-737-9650.
Explain a lot of what's going on right here this morning.
There's a lot that's
Yeah.
happening in this whole area. So hopefully we're going to get everything under control. Also coming up in just a little bit, as we mentioned, we are going to have Josh Turner in. We're going to rewind to the stage at the Grand Ole Opry with our friend John Conley. And we had Maggie Rose in on Friday. Love seeing her. So we've got a performance from Maggie as well.
Yep. And the reason we're wearing T-shirts this morning is these are things we have found thrifting.
Yeah.
This was a Goodwill off of Royal Oaks in Franklin.
This was a Goodwill. I can't remember which Goodwill.
Is it a New England one?
No, I got it here before I went to Boston.
I thought you found it in Boston.
No, I think this
okay.
one was off Charlotte. This
Well, that's
might have
even
been Southern
cooler.
Thrift.
Yeah.
That's why I got it. I was like, yeah, I totally need that. All right. So, thrifting, do you love it? Where do you find good deals? Let us know. Here's Jackson D with Don't Come Looking. Okay, good morning. We are discussing all of the things thrifting, also all of the things that are a little spooky that are happening around the studio. So, you know, we highly encourage you, if you're watching us on the stream and you see something happening behind us, just say, hey, look out, Annie, left shoulder, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, this morning, Was it like a quick turnaround kind of feeling?
It wasn't that feeling. Remember a few weeks ago I had a crazy one.
Yeah, you
did.
It
wasn't quite so like jarring. It was more I thought, I really did think Eric was behind us. So I actually didn't turn for a while because I thought I heard him walk through the door and across the entire floor. And then I felt him get closer. And then as he was like coming into frame, I was wondering, why is Eric coming into frame? And I looked and it wasn't Eric. It was nobody. Nobody was there. So I do have these feelings a lot where I can hear someone walking across the floor or I can feel them come up like right behind me.
Yeah.
And I'm the only one whose back is towards the door.
Right.
So naturally they're going to come up behind me, whoever it is.
Yeah.
It's not scary. I can't explain it.
It's just a feeling.
It's just something. Yeah.
It's just a presence.
It's like sometimes I'm like, what, so quick?
Ooh,
but
what's happening?
Well, you remember I sent you to the haunted hotel in Chattanooga,
Oh my
the Reed
God,
House,
yes, you
by
did.
accident.
I forgot.
But
I
then
totally forgot about
then
that.
I actually took the haunted tour. Their main concierge gentleman took me on the tour. And when I was shooting video in the bathroom where the person had been killed, there seriously is this strange little light at the bottom that has no explanation as to why it's there. And
I don't know if we ever showed that.
No, I don't think we ever did.
We never showed that video, so we're going to have to do that. Yeah, that was... So for backstory, context, I was going to Chattanooga and Charlie goes all the time. And so I just said, hey, like, what's a great hotel that we could stay at? And he's like, oh, the Reed House is beautiful. You should stay there. And when we checked in, which happened to be very late at night, it was like 11:30, the person that was checking us in was like, oh, you can have any room except for this one because our permanent resident lives there. That's where they were killed. All right, let's join the live stream.
We're coming.
That was Jackson Dean. Don't come looking. That could be a theme, I guess, maybe. Don't come looking for trouble because sometimes you can find it. My grandmother used to say that. Like, you know, when it comes to people who do like tarot card readings or a psychic or somebody who reads your palms, she was like, don't you invite that evil into your life.
Oh, did you ever have a Ouija board?
I did
never
when
had
I was
one.
little.
Not allowed.
No, me neither.
Yeah, I don't know how I got it. I'm pretty sure my parents didn't know I had it. I think maybe it was a friend's and then somehow it got stored at my house. I do remember we took it in our bathroom because we knew that's where it could get the darkest. So we took it in the bathroom and we closed the door and like pulled the blinds on the window and lit candles. And then we freaked each other out and we got scared and ran out of the room.
I would definitely... Maybe I can't say definitely, but I would maybe tap into like a Ouija board. But isn't that like, is it always haunted? Is it always mean?
No, it's not always.
I don't know.
No, I don't think it's always supposed to be mean. But maybe like a little. I don't know. It's like
ever since then, I was like, no, thank you. We're not going there.
It's a Ouija board Wednesday on the Kelly Sutton Show. Here we go, people.
Absolutely
Who wants
not.
your reading?
No,
where are we going?
No, we're not doing that.
Did you guys ever do where you stand in the bathroom and you spin around and you say Bloody Mary 3 times?
Yes.
Okay.
That never happened.
What happens?
You just
other than you get dizzy.
Well, you see her in the mirror. Apparently, if you get in the bathroom, it's like when you're young and it's supposed to scare you, but you go in the dark bathroom and you spin around, and as you're spinning around, you say Bloody Mary.
Aren't you supposed to like do something to your face? You're supposed to do this to your face.
I'm sure there's a ton of
variants.
Yeah.
But ours was Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, but you were supposed to like scratch her face. And then when you turn around, she reaches out and scratches you from the mirror. It's violent in Southern Indiana. I don't know.
You were just supposed to see her in New Jersey.
Okay.
She
but
never
she probably
made
didn't
her
want to
way
be there
Rhode
long.
Island. Didn't make it to Rhode Island.
Jeff Roberts said we did the Bell Witch here in Tennessee, not Bloody Mary.
The Bell Witch.
Makes sense.
Bell Witch is in Burns. Is that where the cave is? It's
Adams.
That's I always get them confused. I nearly choked on a Jordan almond on my way to the cave.
That's like such a classic.
Like
Charles
truly,
story.
like I'm in the passenger seat. Renee's driving. A couple of her girlfriends are sitting in the back, and they're just la 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 la. They're driving, and I'm seriously like,
oh, that's the worst feeling in the world.
And like I literally had to like
the worst feeling in the world.
I don't think that was Bell Witch. I think that was just
you're
Charles.
on your way to the witch.
No, I don't know. That's
I'm
just
not a witch. I'm not a witch.
the luck of Chuck there.
You beat me to it.
More on the way. You're watching the
The
Kelly
luck of
Sutton
Chuck.
Show, listening to us this morning on WSM.
Every weekday morning, there's nothing better than watching the sun rise to the sounds of bluegrass and the smell of freshly cooked Purnell's Old Folks Country sausage. It's WSM's Bluegrass Breakfast, starting at 5 a.m., presented by Purnell's. Real bluegrass, bright and early. The perfect way to ease into your day. We'll provide the music, you provide the kitchen. WSM's Bluegrass Breakfast, 5 to 6 every weekday morning.
WSM. The Release the Hounds Music Festival is back and better than ever. Mark your calendars for Saturday, September 12th at Bowie Park in Fairview, Tennessee. Bring your lawn chairs, family, and dogs to this one-of-a-kind event. Enjoy live music from Flat River Band, The Family, Semi-Vinyl, Theo McMillan, and Garrett Bradford. Enjoy family-friendly fun with craft vendors, food trucks, face painting, a silent auction, and much more. All to support animal welfare in Middle Tennessee. Admission is free. Release the Hounds Music Festival, helping animals live their best lives.
Some of the best memories are made when you slow down. At Arrington Vineyards, you'll find award-winning wines, beautiful vineyard views, and 95 acres of Tennessee countryside just a short drive from Nashville. Whether it's a date afternoon, girls' day out, family gathering, or weekend with friends, Arrington offers the perfect place to relax and reconnect. Enjoy Food Truck Fridays, live music all weekend long, and special events throughout the season. Co-owned by Country Music Hall of Famer Kix Brooks, Arrington Vineyards is Tennessee wine country at its finest. Plan your visit today at arringtonvineyards.com.
Logan Fury did something smart. He saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. With that money, he bought a mini treadmill. Is walking on it during video conference calls more distracting than he thought? Yes. And is that because he overestimated his foot-eye coordination? Definitely. But it's Logan's savings, and if he wants to burn calories and any chance at a promotion, we say, good for you, Logan. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter.
From the Simply Superior Studio at the Springer Mountain Farms Acuff House, this is the world's most famous country station, 650 AM.
WSM Nashville.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. Hollywood is mourning the loss of actress Hayden Panettiere. A rep for the 36-year-old confirmed her death on Sunday, while an exact cause is not yet known. The actress was best known for her roles on the NBC sci-fi series Heroes, the musical drama Nashville, and the Scream horror franchise. In a statement, her father described her death as an unimaginable loss. President Trump is directing the Pentagon to scale back joint military exercises with South Korea. Nick Harper reports Trump made the announcement in a Truth Social post.
He says that it's costly, but he also says it sends a signal that is totally inappropriate and hostile to North Korea, who he says has always been unthreatening and respectful. He says it's too late to cancel the joint exercises, but he's asked Pete Hegseth to substantially reduce them.
Stock futures are mixed this morning. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
WSM weather.
From the Springer Mountain Farms Weather Center, here's your first alert forecast.
I'm WSMV4 First Alert Meteorologist Stefano DiPietro. Hot and humid for us today. Highs in the mid-90s, a heat index around 105, and mixing clouds and sun for a majority of the day, though you do want to keep an eye out for a pop-up shower or thunderstorm as we progress through the day. A chance for a severe thunderstorm east of I-65 late this afternoon and this evening, with gusty winds, heavy downpours being the main concern. We are down to the 70s and 60s tonight. Less humid tomorrow. Highs are in the low 90s.
WSM.
Live from the radio home of the Opry, country music, Nashville stories, real conversation. She's country music's BFF. This is the Kelly Sutton Show.
Good morning. It is time to get in the time machine because guess what? Today is Thrift Store, the National Thrift Store I don't know, appreciation day, I guess. So we're talking about all things thrifted. All of us are wearing something that we've thrifted. So mine is from 2012. Yours is 1982. It says since 1982.
Yeah. I got this one probably about a decade ago, though. I've had it for a while.
Yeah. It's this one I think I got probably 2016, even though it says 2012 on it.
Mine's a vintage 2020 pair of pants.
Pants. Those are cute.
They are very
like
cute. 60s like.
Yeah, flowers, rainbows.
Yeah.
They're super cute. Love. So talking about all the things that we love to thrift, where have you been thrifting? What's your favorite? We've got Goodwill around here. We've got some really great thrift stores.
We do. Yeah, we do. Do you count like well, not Big Lots. What's the other one?
Ross, Dirt Cheap.
No.
Whatever
you don't count any of those kind of things.
That's not thrifting.
It's only stuff that you have
shopping.
Some brings. Okay.
Have you ever done a Dirt Cheap?
No.
Have you guys
never
done
heard
Dirt
of it?
Cheap? I don't know how many stores that they have, but there's a store called Dirt Cheap, and it's basically everything that Target can't sell.
Oh
my God, I love Target.
Yeah, and there's other stuff in there too, but there's a lot of Target overstock. So I mean, you'll go in there and shirts are like $4.
Where's this?
They had one in Fairview, but I think it just closed. So I'll have to find the other ones. But they have a couple others.
You ever gone and done the luggage thing, the airplane luggage place?
Oh my gosh,
No.
there's one in. It might be in Huntsville, but if it's not in Huntsville,
Alabama.
it's
That's
right
the
near.
closest one. I think.
And that's the biggest one too.
I'm gonna go this.
You
this
haven't
season.
been?
I have a great story.
You're there all the time.
I know.
I have a great story about that I
Okay.
have to share with you coming up in just a little bit. But in the meantime, tell us your favorite thing that you've ever thrifted. We're going to play some old school. This fits right along with our theme. It's John Conley from the stage of the Grand Ole Opry.
I've been blessed to find songs by great songwriters my whole career. I've only written a couple of my hits over the years. All the other stuff I've done, written by the full-time people who do it so very well. One of those people is a gentleman named Don Schlitz, who is a former, is a Grand Ole Opry member. We just lost Don a few months back, and what a loss that was. He was a great entertainer and a great songwriter. For those of you who, if the name doesn't ring a bell, The Gambler, he wrote that, among many other songs. And he wrote this one for us. This song gets requested of me almost as much as my first hit, Rose-Colored Glasses. And I think I understand why. It underlines a very positive character trait that we're all hungry for. We're all hungry for something positive in our world, and character being one of them. This is for anybody who's ever been to the old school. I can remember us cruising through town in your daddy's car with the top pulled down, looking so cool. We came from different sides of the track, but we still held hands out back of the old school. We spent all our time together, laughing and having fun. We swore that we'd love forever, 'cause that was the way things were done at the old school. We both made it to our graduation. You chose a college, I chose a vocation, driving 18-wheels. I became a part of your past. You went and married some guy in your class. He was a big deal. Your picture was in all the papers. You made such a lovely bride. They said you were going places, but me, I just went for a ride down by the old school. I got married to a sweet young girl and kept driving for the line. Your husband made his mark on the world. Then he left you behind in the big house with the swimming pool. Now you drive your kids down to the old school. Now here we are at the reunion of the class. You asked my wife if we could have one dance for the old times. We're slow dancing across the old gym floor. You whisper it could be just like before. Call me sometime. You ask if I understand you. Well, yes, I'm afraid I do. You say everybody does it, but I don't care if they do. I'm from the old school. I'm from the old school, where hearts stay true. I'm from the old school. I thought you were too. All about the old school. Good place to be from.
Shenandoah is celebrating 40 years of country music with a special anniversary concert at the historic Ryman Auditorium on Wednesday, October 28th. Their first time headlining at the Mother Church. Join one of country music's most beloved bands for an unforgettable night featuring the songs and memories that have defined 4 decades of music. Tickets are on sale now at Ryman.com. And listen all week to The Kelly Sutton Show for your chance to call in and win your way in.
WSM.
You know, between the farmer who grows your coffee and the cup in your hand, there used to be about 6 different people all taking a cut. That's a lot of hands for one little bean. Hemisphere Coffee Roasters said enough of that. Hey, y'all, it's Kelly Sutton. So they've been going direct to farmers since 2002. They go to Nicaragua, Guatemala, Ethiopia, Kenya, Brazil, you name it, all paying a fair price, skipping the middlemen, and getting great coffee worth drinking in return. Turns out when you treat the farmer right, the coffee takes care of itself. Paul and Grace Kurtz have been shaking the hands of the farmers for over 2 decades, and you can taste the difference in every sip. Listen, don't take my word for it. Try it for yourself. Check it out at hemisphereroasters.com and place your order today. Hemisphere Coffee Roasters, direct trade done right.
When the fair rolls into Lebanon, you know there's one local business that rolls in right along with it. The Shirt Bus. They're local, they do great work, and they're back at the Wilson County, Tennessee State Fair for another year. They've got the fair shirts you're looking for. 1 for $12 or 2 for $20. Plus, they have long sleeves, tanks, and other special deals. Look for the Shirt Bus in their new location, right behind Kittyland near the new WEMA building, on your way to the livestock area. The Shirt Bus, making memories one fair shirt at a time.
And I'll be...
Veteran singer-songwriter Edwin McCain will perform at Harkin Hall on Saturday, August 22nd at 7:30. McCain had his major label breakout in the 90s with Honor Among Thieves. He also became a top 40 radio star with chart-topping singles and soundtrack success with I'll Be and I Could Not Ask for More. He's been touring with Hootie and the Blowfish, Collective Soul, and Train. You can get your tickets now for August 22nd at harkinhall.com, just 11 minutes from downtown Nashville.
Keeping you connected to country.
I'm keeping my eye on this one, y'all.
This is the Kelly Sutton Show.
Pop yourself some popcorn and watch it all unfold with me.
On 650 AM WSM, powered in part by Hemisphere Coffee Roasters.
All right, we got another cup of coffee. We're feeling good this morning. Hopefully you are too. Thank you for being along for the ride. We're inside our Simply Superior studio here on the A-Cuff House. And just talking about a lot of different things, mostly thrifting, where we find good stuff. And I was going to tell you a very interesting story. What was it about?
Oh,
wow.
I thought
okay.
That's where we are.
All right, yeah.
What was
Well,
it?
in addition to National
Thrifting.
Thrift Store Day,
Yes.
it is also National Black Cat Appreciation Day. And as
Oh my
someone who
gosh.
had a black cat for 18 and a half
that's
years,
nice.
Julcie,
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of the black
I
cat.
saw a black cat this morning
There it
at
is?
random at
You
like
did?
4:50 this morning when I was
Mhm.
headed out. There was one empty parking spot, and I looked, and I don't really know why, but me and a black cat made eye contact.
Did he
There you
walk
go.
in front of your car?
No, he was to the side of me.
Listen,
Please, Kelly. I would have shut my eyes
Thank
even though I
you.
was driving.
Thank you. I've had that happen where I've seen them and I'm like, no, kitty cat,
Really?
no. I will drive around. Yes, I don't want him driving and walking in front of my car.
Well, of course,
Right.
not for bad luck. I just don't want to hit the cat, obviously.
No,
I mean,
dual
there's
purpose.
that, you
Dual
know.
purpose.
I mean-
Okay, here's the story I was going to tell you earlier because it came back to me. I know
Okay.
it would. So we were talking about unclaimed luggage and the huge distribution center that they have in Alabama. And this is basically where, people's luggage gets lost. It ends up in oblivion. This is oblivion. This is where it all goes. They open up the bags and they then put it for sale. And as Annie and I were telling you, Charlie, it's not like cheap.
Right.
Mm-mm.
Like they know if there's a Gucci pair of sunglasses,
Right.
they price them
Right.
like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So, fun story. When I still worked at the news station here in town, Laura Faber, who was our evening anchor, decided she was going to go do a fun story about it. And so she took her photographer. And while he was shooting things in the store, he took his big camera off of the tripod, put it on his shoulder, and leaned the tripod up against a bin.
Oh, no.
And he's walking around the store getting what we call B-roll. He's just shooting all the things in the store. When he went back to get his tripod, it was gone.
Somebody bought his tripod.
Worse, it was against a pile of free stuff.
Oh.
No.
So someone got a tripod, which at the time, this tripod, they were pricey because this was like industrial, 3-pronged. It was heavy. And he's like, where did my tripod go? And he went chasing people out, looked in the parking lot. Everyone was gone. So somewhere in Alabama, someone probably has like a lamp that's made out of a news tripod base, is my guess. I don't know what else you would do with it.
Our buddy, when you were getting coffee, our buddy Mark called us off the air. His grandmother used to run the unclaimed baggage place. It was grandmother, wasn't it? Grandmother? You said grandmother?
That's
I
very
thought he
cool.
said mother.
Mom, maybe his mom.
Okay.
Someone in his family used to run it.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I still haven't been, but we should road trip there. Maybe?
Yeah, no,
To
we
the-
could, but there's places I would rather road trip.
It's not that far of a road trip.
Not because it's far, just more fun, like
It would
Dollywood,
be fun, though.
I'll
It would
be
it would
there.
fun. Okay.
I'll
Annie
be
and I are
there.
going.
Jack Daniels
We're thrifting.
Distillery.
Who else wants to thrift with
Well,
us?
just
Let us
drop me
know.
off in Tullahoma. It's on the way.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I will drop
And
you off.
I'll just get to Lynchburg somehow. Just drop me off at that exit.
That's fine. No big deal. All right, more on the way. It's the Kelly Sutton Show. We just heard from our friend John Conley on stage at the Grand Ole Opry. And coming up in just a few minutes, we are going to play some Ernest with Lucas Nelson. Time is a thief.
And by just a few minutes?
Right now.
We mean right now.
Here's
Yes.
Ernest.
Time is a damned old outlaw, always on the run. He'll set you down, buy you rounds, and rob you when you're done. Time is a cold wind blowing, chills you to the bone. That bitter freeze blows through the trees till all your leaves are gone. It's like a penny on a busy sidewalk, stepped over and ignored. to you till you're a penny short. Play one. Time, it's an old man smiling with a teardrop on his face, saying sure it ends, oh but trust me friend, life is worth the wait. It's like a penny on a busy sidewalk, stepped over and ignored. It don't mean nothing to you till you're a penny short.
What an incredible performance. That was on stage at the Grand Ole Opry. That was our friend Ernest and Lucas Nelson. Man, Lucas sounds so much like his dad.
Yeah, I did a double take. Like, I knew the performance, and I still looked up to to see it because that voice.
So
yeah.
good. Mm-hmm. And them together, next level. Mm-hmm. Love that. So if you are watching us this morning, let us know where you're watching from. If you're listening to us all around the world on WSM, thank you for being a part of the show this morning. We're talking about thrifting. It's National Thrift Store Day. So if you're thinking about going out and buying something today, we encourage you, go check out your local thrift stores. If it's Goodwill or, maybe you have some local ones that are there. We have some really fun ones that are over on Charlotte that are like separate from Goodwill, but they've got some really good merch.
Tammy says a place called Markdown Deals.
Oh.
Never heard of Markdown Deals.
I have not done that one. No, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
There's some really cool ones around Nashville. And like I mentioned when I went to New York, that was one of my favorite things to do is to find some of the thrift stores up there. You can find some really cool vintage T-shirts. Although
now vintage suddenly becomes much pricier.
Yeah, that's what I was
You
about
add
to
that
say.
little adjective, and it's like, oh, now.
That's what I was about to say. So T-shirts went from like $5.
Right.
When I walked around the corner. Now, granted, I was in Soho. So there you go.
Okay.
Yeah. We're in a real ritzy part, fancy part of New York. Lots of really nice stores all across the streets. T-shirts in there were $16 a piece, which is pricier. Now, some of them I think were worth it. And there were some really cool jackets. Reese got like a really cool vintage jacket that was like $30. And I'm like, that worth it.
Yeah.
Some things not.
There's a cool place. I think it's still there at the factory at Franklin that I got about a $25 jacket that I still wear at the Opry from time to time. I like that one.
I do like that little spot.
Yeah.
You know what Soho means, right? Why it's Soho?
South Houston?
Houston, but yes.
Houston.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh.
What?
What's Houston?
Houston is
the part of New York?
It's the street.
Yeah.
It looks like Houston. It's pronounced Houston.
I don't know what's going on up there, but I got to chat with somebody because that is just wrong.
South
Listen,
Houston.
The city you live in now and pronunciations.
I know.
Let them have Houston.
Come on in. Well, we've got WeHo, so there you go. Which is West Houston.
WeHo. Yeah.
Okay.
Wedgwood, Houston.
Wedgwood. That's right. Wedgwood, Houston.
All right.
WeHo sounds worse than Soho, I think. Right?
Yeah.
They do WeHo. They do that in Hollywood as well.
They do WeHo?
West Hollywood. Yeah. WeHo, I guess.
WeHo. WeHo, WeHo. And then we have Wago, which is actually the bus.
Yes. And what's the driverless things called?
Waymo.
Waymos, yeah. Have you been in one?
No.
There were two.
Refuse.
It was freaking Renee out the other day. We were driving home from someplace downtown. I think it was, where were we? I don't remember. Anyway, but we're on 8th driving home, and there were two Porsche Waymos in front of us, and she's like, pass them. And I'm like, there's no lane to pass them. She goes, they're making me nervous.
Oh.
No, they're weird. I got stuck behind one in the Ryman parking lot. And it was horrible.
Did it know where it was going, or was it confused?
I don't know. We had to do a K-turn. So now the security guards are kind of waving it on, and it's like turning around, and I have to back up, and I'm like, I could back up in front of it, and then I guess it's like its fault if it hits me. But then I decided not to, and then I got behind it, but they're very precautious.
Yeah.
So pulling out of the Ryman onto the street was just, I waited, I swear to God, like 7.5 minutes to leave the Ryman.
Like you could have walked.
Yeah, I may as well have.
Just get out of here, Waymo. Oh, I don't know. I have been in a Zox, which is the equivalent of Waymo, but only in Las Vegas. And I think that they're opening them in other cities, but it's run by Amazon. Who knew?
Okay.
But it looks like a carriage. Like if you think of a horse carriage, Yeah. It looks like that, but it's square, and it can go forwards and backwards, and it has bench seats, and you face each other. And it only does the strip in Las Vegas.
Oh, okay.
So it's not that far. But they were testing it, and it was free. So when we were there, we were like, let's do this. And I got to tell you, it was really cool because you could download the little app, and then you say, hey, here's where I am, come and get me. And then it'll say, what color scheme do you want? And we were like, pink. And then it said, do you want nighttime? And we're like, yes. So it pulled up and it says, welcome, Kelly. And then it opens the doors. You walk in, everything inside was pink. It had twinkling lights, and then you could choose your music over on the side. It was really neat.
Really fun.
Now, I think it's in metropolitan cities where it's going short distances.
Okay.
Yeah,
so something like that would work on Broadway, and maybe, down to the bars on Demonbreun.
Things, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I would not ride that on the interstate. Not at all.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll do that one morning. We'll all go do a little remote and ride the Waymo.
Okay. It might be our
Not
last
for me.
morning on the air.
No.
We don't
Stay
know.
here.
I know. It kind of freaks me out, too. I don't even like cruise control.
Put everything else on hold. Every weekday, WSM gives you 2 hours that belong to the music. It's 120 minutes commercial-free with Mike Terry. From 10 to noon, it's wall-to-wall country. No commercials, no breaks, just hit after hit. The kind of songs that'll have you cranking up the speakers and getting the whole office singing along. Served up by Puckett's Restaurants, who know a thing or two about good music and Southern hospitality. So turn it up, leave it there, and let it roll. 120 minutes commercial-free. Weekdays 10 to noon with Mike Terry. Presented by Puckett's Restaurant.
WSM. You bought an RV, and you got an automatic discount from Progressive by bundling it with your home or auto insurance. That's great, but a serious word of warning every RVer should heed. You don't need to talk about things like dry weight or dump stations. And you don't need one of those expensive water filter straws either. Because the most extreme thing most RVers encounter is a campsite without hookups. So just enjoy yourself. And Progressive's automatic discount when you bundle your RV, boat, or motorcycle with your home or auto insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
O'Reilly.
Check engine, ABS, or maintenance light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. The service is free and provides a report with solutions verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we could recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Americana Fest, the Americana Music Festival and Conference, is Nashville's best week of music. Slated for September 15th through September 19th, with performances by Buddy Miller,
I'm fired again.
Katie Pruitt, Melissa Etheridge,
And I chose to survive. God, I love being alive.
Drayton Farley,
And I need to run. 'Cause this rush just
Aaron Enderlin,
baby, I can be your whiskey.
Leroy Parnell, Shaky Graves, and many more. Premier all-event silver wristbands are available at AmericanaFest.com. That will get you admission into shows, plus invitations to dozens of music, business, panels, and parties. Just want to catch the nighttime showcases? Festival wristbands are also available at AmericanaFest.com. Americana Fest, the coolest music scene today.
Good Friday morning. This is Holly Thompson with your WSMV4 News Update. This morning, a West Nashville neighborhood is on high alert. A mother is warning other parents of a man who tried to lure her child into his car. The Bellevue mom says her son frantically rushed home last Thursday after the incident. She says several cameras in the River Plantations neighborhood recorded what happened. In the video, you can see a marked car with the words "local locksmith" on the sides. She says she looked at nearby surveillance footage and saw the man followed her son near their home as he was walking his dog. The driver pulled up and told the boy to get into his car. Well, that mother has now added cameras outside their home, and neighbors we talked to say they're concerned and very nervous with kids headed back to school. Now, you can see the video right now on our WSMV4 app if you have any information that can help. Call police. The U.S. facing a major blood crisis across the nation. Hospitals, blood banks right now receiving a limited supply of type O blood after donations fell to a 4-year summer low. There are places, several of them, where you could roll up your sleeves over the next few days. Today, the Clarksville Clinic is among them, hosting a blood drive from 9 this morning to 1. Also today in Williamson County, the American Red Cross hosting a blood drive there at the public library. Wilson County Tennessee State Fair officially underway. If you and the family are headed out for the fun, be prepared for extreme heat. Fair officials say there will be several places to cool off, including misting stations. Also, a new First and building near the Ferris wheel. We know first responders say they'll have everything from cooling towels to IVs for you. Some booths will have free water bottles and popsicles. And if you're looking for something fun for the family tonight without spending a dime, you can watch a free movie at the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. They are showing Disney Pixar's Cars movie. They'll also have bounce houses, a vintage car show, and food trucks. Free popcorn as well. Now, it all gets started tonight at 5. The movie rolls at 8. You can follow updates on these stories and the latest on your First Alert forecast. It's all in the WSMV4 News app. From the WSMV4 Newsroom, I'm Holly Thompson.
WSM Weather. From the Springer Mountain Farms Weather Center, here's your First Alert forecast.
I'm WSMV4 First Alert Meteorologist Stefano DiPietro. Hot and humid for us today. Highs in the mid-90s, a heat index around 105, and mixing clouds and sun for a majority of the day, though you do want to keep an eye out for a pop-up shower or thunderstorm as we progress through the day. A chance for a severe thunderstorm east of I-65 late this afternoon and this evening, with gusty winds, heavy downpours being the main concern. We are down to the 70s and 60s tonight. Less humid tomorrow. Highs are in the low 90s.
WSM. Keeping you connected to country.
I just wish I was in the meeting where someone said, "Hey, you know who we need to book for the kids' spelling bee?"
This is the Kelly Sutton Show.
The guy who sings the song about getting tipsy.
Powered in part by Hemisphere Coffee Roasters.
Okay, National Thrift Store Day. Tell us your best find. I forgot about this. My husband and I went to an estate sale. It was 50% off that day. And this person had a coin collection. So he walked in and found like this big, huge box full of coins, including the $1 Sacagawea coins. Mm-hmm. They let him buy them at 50% off.
Really?
He bought $1
for 50 cents?
He walked up and
he's like,
he goes, I'm sure they're going to notice this. And
right.
he walked up and he like sat it down and he's looking around like, they're not going to let me get away with this. And they were like, yeah, $20 or whatever. And it was probably $40 or more because there were other coins that were in there too. And they had a price on it, and it was 50% off that. He was like,
"That's crazy."
He goes, "I just made money," and I said, "You legitimately made money." That's the only time I've ever seen or thought of somebody physically, really walking out, made money on the deal. So
that's good.
Let us know if you've got some good stories like that. You can share them with us. We're on Facebook, Instagram, also TikTok and YouTube this morning. Good morning to all of our friends who are watching. We have a lot of friends that are in Alabama. I just sent a couple of messages over this morning. Good morning to Sylvia Green, who's in L.A., Lower Alabama, she said. And she said she is in the birthplace of Hank Aaron. That's pretty cool.
Oh, I forgot he was born in Alabama.
Yeah. And also Alice is watching from South Central Kentucky. Good morning to Alice. Tina said, on the way to the thrift store. All right, Tina, let us know what you find this morning. You can join us over in the chat. We love hearing about where you guys are watching and listening to us this morning. And if you want to, phone lines are always open. 615-737-9650. Give us a call. We would love to talk to you. Going to play this one. It's Ella Langley and Morgan Wallen together. I Can't Love You Anymore. Okay, on the radio right now, we are playing I Can't Love You Anymore. It's Ella Langley and Morgan Wallen. And I can hear you singing over there.
Can you do that?
I don't know if you can or not. So anybody that was not with us last week when we launched the show, we wanted to let you know, if you are watching us on socials, from time to time, the audio is going to drop out. That's just because we're playing music on the radio side, and we don't have the rights to that. So instead, we get to talk just to you. So this is directly to our Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube chatters who are in the chat with us this morning. Love hearing where you're from. I'm monitoring Facebook. Charlie, you're over on YouTube.
I'm on YouTube, yes.
Yes. Who's in there this morning? Anybody?
I had to refresh.
So Eric is joining us. Hello, Eric. Eric is from Lafayette. He came out to see us at Shoney's when we were live.
I've heard you talk to Eric many times when he's called in, but that was my first time meeting him.
That's Eric and his sister Leanne. They came all the way out there to say hi to us as we kicked off the Wilson County, Tennessee State Fair. That goes until the 22nd, by the way. So if you're listening or watching us and you're in the vicinity and you want to go out to the fair, it goes until the 22nd. Good morning to Lori, who's in Athens, Alabama. Isn't that where Mark is?
Well, Athens is where they've got a Buc-ee's where Keith Urban did the big pop-up show one time, if you remember correctly.
I have not been to that Buc-ee's.
Oh, I've been to that one. I made the mistake. And Buc-ee's is always crowded, but Renee and I went there one time. It was insanely crowded. And then we realized it was Talladega race weekend. And Athens is not that far from Talladega.
Yeah, that would make sense. If you were going to stop somewhere on the way to Talladega, that would be it. The Buc-ee's, for sure. Janine says, thank you for playing Old School. Sure do miss the songwriter on the Opry a lot. And we do too. We love Don Schlitz and miss him. But that was a nice little nod this morning and hearing John Conley talk about Don when we were playing Old School. But let us know where you're watching from. And if you have a really great thrift store find, tell us about that. I do have a great one that years ago we saw. It was a robot. Do you remember like the very first little robots that they had, and they would hold a tray and it had a remote control? It was more of a toy than it was a real robot. But I would say it was probably, maybe 1 foot and 2 feet high, probably. And it had the little remote control. I want to say early 90s, possibly. So we saw it. It didn't work. But we had a friend who was really good at that kind of thing. So we bought it and we brought it home, and we walked next door to our friend Jamie's, and we were like, hey, we got this thing. You think you can fix it? He fixed it, and then we sold it on eBay for like $300.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Jeff, we're going to talk here. Just letting Jeff Roberts know we're going to talk.
Okay, we're going to talk.
Well,
here we go.
It says fade to black, but we're going to talk anyway. So here we go.
I Can't Love You Anymore. That is Ella Langley and Morgan Wallen together this morning on WSM. Just chatting with all of our friends who are watching us online this morning and hearing where they're tuning in from. A lot of Alabama in the chat this morning. Yeah, a lot of people that are down there. So if you have great thrift store stories, let us know, because today is National Thrift Store Day. And we're going to be talking about this throughout the week, really cool finds, where you can go. We also have a segment that's going to be coming up that tells you how you don't have to pay retail for some stuff, where we can find those good deals.
Also, I wonder, if you found a really great thrift store, do you want to tell people where it is? Like, I don't know, I might want to selfishly keep it to myself.
So Charlie's a gatekeeper.
Clearly.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We know that now.
Mm-hmm.
I do have a good tip.
Kind of like the sound of that, though. I mean, you've called me
thing.
like, I know, but it sounds okay, though.
I do.
It sounds like a really good job in like the Hunger Games or something.
I get what you mean. Like, you don't want the prices to go up.
Right. Yeah.
But it is fun to share your good finds.
No, it is. You're right.
I get it.
No, you're right.
I do have a thrifting story that my mother reminded me of just now. There was, I can share this one all I want because it doesn't exist anymore, but there was a little consignment shop of sorts in my hometown. It was only open for like 2 years. A girl that I went to high school with opened it. And a couple of my friends and I stopped by, and I didn't know the girl very well. And my friend, her name is Anne. And she calls me Ann. So we're Ann, and we are hunting through the dresses, the $5 dresses. And I find one, and I'm like, Ann, look at this dress. She's like, Ann, it's so cute. And I said, Ann, where's the leg hole? And she said, what? And I was like, there's no leg hole in this dress. She was like, no, you must be wrong. And then sure enough, she's digging through it, like digging through to find the bottom of the dress. There's no leg hole. And now we're trying to come up with reasons why there would be no, like, the bottom of the dress would be sewn shut.
So it's like a sleep sack for adults.
Yes, but it was like mesh white with sparkles. It wasn't something you would sleep in. It was something you would sport out. And then for some reason, it was $5. And I was like, I could probably rip a hole in that and I'll buy it. And so I go in to buy it, and we're like cracking up and making so many jokes about what possibly, where was this put out on display for the no leg hole to exist? It needs one hole, and it's the leg hole. And the girl, as I'm checking out, I'm like, well, I'm either going to have to cut off both my legs or rip a hole in it. And she wraps it up. The girl's selling it to me, and she says, let me know what you decide to do. And Ann and I look at each other, and we're like, what? Anne's like, she'll let you know if she decides to cut both her legs off to wear the $5 dress.
Hey, update. Annie's doing just fine. Do you still have the dress?
Of course.
Oh, okay. Well, you need to wear it now.
I haven't ripped a hole in it yet.
Oh, bring
How
it
long
in.
have you had this?
No, bring it in.
A couple of years. I was trying to be Marilyn Monroe that year for Halloween.
Sure.
Not that whole year, just
She
for the
too
day
had
of
legs.
Halloween.
She had legs.
And she had legs.
I think you should bring it in, and I think we should do it live.
Oh, rip a hole in it?
Yes, we're going to cut a hole in it live.
I could bring it in.
Okay.
I haven't done anything with it.
Feels great. All right. If you have a story to rival that, let us know. We would love to hear it. 615-737-9650. It's WSM.
Carrie Underwood returns to the Grand Ole Opry this weekend with 2 shows Friday and 2 shows Saturday. See one of country music's biggest stars, along with other Opry favorites, including Marty Stewart, Connie Smith, Charles Esten, Jenna Davis, Big Daddy Weave, and more. Tickets are on sale now at Opry.com.
you were saying accidentally inappropriate things to someone that turn out to be funny. You were telling us a story off the air.
Yeah.
My college radio station. Can I share one story?
Please.
Because I still remember this, and this would have been 1984, right?
Okay.
So I still remember it. What's that? 50 years later?
Yeah.
40 years later?
40
something years later. We were doing a game on our college radio station, Miami football. And they were dedicating it to Harry Malios, our former athletic director who had passed away. And they send it down to the new athletic director for some comments. And the question was as simple as, what do you think Harry would think about a day like this? And he goes, well, frankly, I think he'd be thrilled to death.
Well, part of that is true.
Yes.
Part of that is true. Yeah, there are. I have so many of those that I have said where I'm just like, oh wow, that came out of my mouth.
My other favorite, we had the Pope and the President come to Miami when I worked down there. Would have been President Reagan at the time, and Naomi Wright, God bless her, love Naomi Wright, wonderful human. But we sent her to a Catholic church in downtown Miami, and she was doing their live reports. And we sent it to Naomi. And Naomi set the scene for us. It goes, well, it was calm and respectful till the pontiff arrived, and then all hell broke loose. Oh. And I'm like, Naomi, anything but all hell break loose when the Pope shows up.
Not the right wording. Naomi, bless you wherever you are this morning. Hey, we're going to walk down memory lane right now with our friends Old Dominion. You're hearing it this morning on WSM. Okay, everybody, we are playing some Old Dominion on the radio, and Josh Turner just walked into our green room. He's going to be coming in right at 9 a.m., so hang tight with us because we're celebrating 20 years of Your Man here on WSM. Josh Turner on the way. Memory Lane from Old Dominion. I love that song so much because it really is like this sentimental, kind of a sad lyric, but in such an upbeat, happy way.
Yeah.
You know, and they are really kings of doing that. Truly. They've got a lot of those songs that when you listen to the lyrics, you're like, wow, that's pretty sad. But then when you're hearing it, you're dancing.
That's so true. Yeah. And they're like beachy. No hard feelings.
Oh, No Hard Feelings is so great.
No BFFs.
Yes, so good.
But it's also kind of like sweet. It's like Aw.
I know it is.
I could sing it all, but I won't.
We love you guys. Thank you, Old Dominion, for all the good vibes that you've been sending our way. We just found out Josh Turner is here. He walked into the green room, and we're getting set to talk to him at 9 o'clock, celebrating 20 years, the 20th anniversary of his 5-time platinum album, Your Man. So Josh is going to join us in just a little bit. But we had Maggie Rose in the studio with us on Friday. She was celebrating the release of her brand new album, Half Moon, and she was on stage at the Grand Ole Opry. This is called The Mission.
I'm your friend Maggie Rose. I just released a new album yesterday called Half Moon. We also released a music video off that record. Let's do a little tutorial for them right now. What do you say, Cab?
I think it's a good idea. Let's do it.
Got my eye on the prize. You guys do that? How about you, sir? 'Cause I'm in it to win it. Got my eye on the prize. All right, we almost got it. One more time. No, I won't waste a minute. Gonna make you realize the Grand Ole Opry is ready. You guys are part of the band now, okay? Here we go, Tim. I don't think you understand. Gonna play every card that's in my hand. When I fall in your arms, see where we land. I got what you need. It's gonna be you and me. 'Cause I'm in it to win it. Got my eye on the prize. So I won't waste a minute. Gonna make you realize. I know I'm coming on strong when it can't be wrong. When it feels so right. Your kiss, my lips, your hands, my hips. I got the stuff you can't resist. Giving all of my affection. Baby, that's the mission. Now that I've made up my mind, won't be long, gonna make you mine. Jet black jeans gonna catch your eye. Watching every step, what you see gonna wanna get. 'Cause I'm in it to win it. Got my eye on the prize. So I won't waste a minute. Gonna make you realize. I know I'm coming on strong when it can't be wrong. When it feels so right. Your kiss, my lips, your hands, my hips. I got the stuff you can't resist. Giving all of my affection. Baby, that's the mission.
Sunday nights on WSM. Hear music from the artists who live it. It's WSM's Artist Corner, a rotating lineup of artist-hosted shows every Sunday at 7 p.m. The first Sunday of every month, it's the Air Castle Community Hour with Charlie Worsham. Second Sunday, the American Songster Radio with Dom Flemons. Third Sunday, Face the Music with Chuck Mead. And the fourth Sunday, Wild Ponies Happy Hour. 4 unique perspectives, one night a week. And catch a replay of the latest episodes of all 4 shows every Saturday night beginning at 7 on Route 650 Americana. Available on the WSM app and at WSMradio.com. WSM's Artist Corner, Sunday nights at 7.
WSM. And I'll be.
Veteran singer-songwriter Edwin McCain will perform at Harkin Hall on Saturday, August 22nd at 7:30. McCain had his major label breakout in the 90s with Honor Among Thieves. He also became a top 40 radio star with chart-topping singles and soundtrack success with I'll Be and I Could Not Ask for More. He's been touring with Hootie and the Blowfish, Collective Soul, and Train. You can get your tickets now for August 22nd at harkinhall.com, just 11 minutes from downtown Nashville.
Do you like to cook great tasting recipes? We all do, right? It's Nan Kelly from Heart of the Night, and I think delicious recipes start with great tasting ingredients. So I cook with Red Gold tomatoes, grown on family farms in the Midwest. They're steam-packed fresh in BPA non-intent line cans, so you don't get that canned taste, just great flavor with non-GMO ingredients and no artificial colors. They've won over 185 industry awards, and when you try them, you'll know why. Red Gold, family owned, grown, and made.
Hello, friends. Al Purnell here, the good sausage man. When it comes to good things to eat, I don't like change. I want the same taste every time, just like Purnell's Old Folks Country Sausage. It's good. Purnell's Old Folks Country Sausage is made with Daddy's 80-year-old recipe, using all the good cuts of pork and seasoning. We make it the way Daddy taught us, and it'll always be the same good-tasting sausage it's been for years. Purnell's Old Folks Country Sausage. It's good.
Join us Saturday, September 12th for the 23rd annual Sherry's Run 5K Run Walk to benefit Sherry's Hope. The event starts at 8 o'clock in the morning at 623 West Main Street in Lebanon, Tennessee. Come run or walk and give hope to people in our community who are battling cancer. Enjoy a silent auction, live music, and more. Register now at sherrysrun.org and make plans to join us Saturday, September 12th for the Sherry's Run 5K Run Walk to benefit Sherry's Hope.
From the Simply Superior Studio at the Springer Mountain Farms Acuff House, this is the world's most famous country station, 650 AM.
WSM Nashville.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. The memorandum of understanding reached between the U.S. and Iran expires today. The deal was reached in June after high-level talks mediated by Pakistan. There's little evidence that either side wants to extend the agreement or that it's been effective. Both sides have accused the other of violating the terms of the deal multiple times. Actress Hayden Panettiere is dead. She was 36. No cause of death was given. She was known for her roles on the NBC sci-fi series Heroes, as well as the musical drama Nashville and the Scream horror franchise.
Jolene, Jolene.
Dolly Parton was forced to skip the grand opening of the Night Flight expedition at her Dollywood theme park on Friday due to ongoing health issues. During the ceremony for the new ride, a pre-recorded video of the 80-year-old was shown saying she'd been feeling dizzy and dehydrated. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
WSM Weather.
From the Springer Mountain Farms Weather Center, here's your first alert forecast.
I'm WSMV4 First Alert Meteorologist Stefano DiPietro. Hot and humid for us today. Highs in the mid-90s, a heat index around 105, and mixing clouds and sun for a majority of the day, though you do want to keep an eye out for a pop-up shower or thunderstorm as we progress through the day. A chance for a severe thunderstorm east of I-65 late this afternoon and this evening, with gusty winds, heavy downpours being the main concern. We are down to the 70s and 60s tonight. Less humid tomorrow. Highs are in the low 90s.
keeping you connected to country.
Now, if you're new around here, I have a bunch of jobs that revolve around talking to country music stars, basically.
Does she sleep ever?
Morning radio, weekend radio, Opry host, live event MC, podcast host.
You found the Kelly Sutton Show on 650 AM WSM, brought to you in part by Puckett's Restaurant.
I can't believe that it has been 20 years since Josh Turner put out Your Man. And he walked in and I said, well, now that just can't be right because I remember when this happened. And then we looked at each other and went, oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yep.
How are you?
I'm good.
Congratulations.
Just 20 years older. But
Just 20 years older, man.
I'm
That's
good.
all right. Hey, this is incredible. I just love the fact that you got this out on vinyl. We're going to talk about where everybody can find it. Talk to me about when this came out. We just looked it up, January 24th, 2006. What was going on in your life back then?
A few things. So when the day that it debuted on the album chart, which usually happens a week after the release,
okay.
Whatever date that was, maybe February 1st. I think we were kind of looking through the archives, but yeah. So I had been scheduled to come here to the Opry because the President Bush 43 was scheduled to speak here, and all the Opry members, Opry stars, had gotten invited, and so I was literally on my way from home to the Opry House, and then I get a call saying, "Hey, the record just debuted at #1 and sold over 101,000 copies, in the first week," and I was like, "Holy moly, that's crazy!" So I'm like, so I get here to the Opry, and I'm people are kind of, hearing the news and everything, and they're congratulating me and everything. So I find out that my record debuted at #1. I end up getting to meet the president, take my picture with him and everything. And then when I get home, Jennifer meets me in the driveway and says, "I got some news for you." And I was like, "What?" She basically told me that she was pregnant with our first child. So all of that happened on the same day.
Wow. Did you just go lie down at that point?
Life's just kind of been downhill ever since.
I think today is the best day ever. If I'm going to mark something down, this is the best day ever. My record went #1. I met the president, and my wife is pregnant.
Yeah, it was hard to watch the sun go down that day.
Wow. That's amazing. So let's back up before that. Tell us about growing up. What kind of music were you listening to? I want the backstory on little Josh when he was little bitty. When did he pick up a guitar?
So I grew up in a little place called Hannah, South Carolina, and back then, it's a lot different than it is now because it was a thriving tobacco farming community just out in the country, and our church was right down the road, our school was right down the road, everybody knew each other. I describe my upbringing as somewhat of a paradise, honestly, because there was just so much love and togetherness, and I spent so much time hunting and fishing and just swimming in the river and working on the farm and playing sports, doing all the things. It was just that kind of childhood. And some of the first music I heard outside of church was in my grandparents' house. My granny, my daddy's mama, had a huge record collection of bluegrass and southern gospel and all the Opry stars and, all this. And so that was like it kind of laid the musical foundation for me. So no matter what music I heard beyond that, I just always kind of came back to that rootsy Americana type music. But then when I first heard Randy Travis on the radio, Mama bought me his debut album, Storms of Life, and when I saw that cover, I'm like, man, he looks like somebody who could live right down the road from me, and it just really struck a chord with me. And the music just kind of became a soundtrack to my life, and so that's what kind of got me into the commercial side. And so just blending that commercial side of country music to that rootsy Americana that just stuck with me, and just I've appreciated all different kinds of music throughout my life, but I've just always loved the real stuff. So
isn't it funny how what your grandparents listened to really did make an impact on you? I still remember same thing, like listening to my grandmother's LPs. Her record player was down low. She had like a thing in her console. It was down below everything, and she didn't want to get down there, so she'd go, "Honey, go over there and put on some Don Ho. I want to hear Tiny Bubbles." And I'm like, okay. So I remember listening to her vinyl because I was the one that was down on the floor putting it on the
Granny
turntable.
had one of those tall like racks that you would put them in, and you'd spin it around like kind of like you see at Cracker Barrel now.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
She had one of those things, but But yeah, there's actually a connection between that and this Your Man record because some of the first music I remember hearing was the Stanley Brothers, and the Good Old Camp Meeting Songs record, and that record just made a huge impact on me. And lo and behold, I have Dr. Ralph Stanley singing on this Your Man record with me on Me and God, and I had played the Opry with him one night when we were going through the record making process, and I went into his dressing room and I said, "Hey, Dr. Ralph," I said, "I got this song on this new record of mine. I'd love for you to sing on it with me." And he said, "Well, let me hear it." And so I was like, "I'll be right back." So I went and got my guitar and I came back and I played it for him, and he listened to it intently and he was like, "Yeah, I believe I could put my voice on that." And then so between him committing to it and him actually doing it, he had quadruple bypass surgery. So that kind of delayed the process. So when you hear him on this record, he's actually kind of getting his strength back from having his heart surgery. So he sounds even more frail than he really was. But I think it actually added to the character of the song. Yeah. And so yeah, it was an honor having him on there. It was a full circle moment for me. So,
your musical upbringing was much cooler than mine. In Providence, we had the torture of the Lawrence Welk show.
Yeah.
So I think every kid at some point has to sit through the Lawrence Welk show when you're like 5 or 6 years old. Now I kind of love the rewinds of it.
So what's funny is a buddy of mine who actually he came out after Jennifer came off the road because most people know she played piano and sang background vocals in my band for a long time. But when she came off the road, I had 2 guys that would always come in and fill in for her. One of those guys actually grew up playing the accordion on the Lawrence Welk show.
Oh, wow. Are you serious?
Oh, that's so
and
cool.
He's played with Alan Jackson and Vince Gill, and he lives here in town, and so he's a good friend. But yeah,
I love that.
Did he have bubbles at the end of the show?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It was a champagne music.
Remember
that's the whole thing. Yes,
that visual because my grandmother loved it.
Yeah,
so I remember that visual.
Oh, they're still on PBS. There's a whole new generation are watching Lawrence Welk. So,
need to go watch it.
So I'm curious though. This record came out. I mean, the debut, the Long Black Train record, was such a big success, and that single was such a huge hit. And you wrote that, right? So they always say you have your whole life to make your first record, and the second one, obviously. 5 times platinum now, we understand, which is
doing good.
Yeah, no arguments there. But was there a little pressure? Did you feel that back then at all, or?
So it's funny you asked that because before I had even come to Nashville, I had done so much studying and listening and just observing that I knew all about what they call the sophomore curse. And so I knew that the second record was almost more important than the first record because, tons of people get a chance to make a first record. Not many people get to make a second record, and even if they do, it's usually, not as good as the first. And so I knew all of that going in. And so if there was any pressure, it was coming from me. But Your Man was the first record that I was able to do with just Frank Rogers as a producer. And so he knew the stakes were high for him, as a producer and all of that. So we just put our nose to the grindstone and just scoured the landscape for the absolute best songs. And, I was writing a ton back then, and just we had great musicians, and it just, from top to bottom, I was just very proud of this project and the way it turned out and the success that we had with it. One, I think, deciding factor was after Long Black Train had become a hit, and a lot of people don't realize that there was 3 singles off that Long Black Train album, but Long Black Train was the only one that broke through. It was the second of the third, or the second of the 3 singles that we released, and but people had already just kind of started pigeonholing me as like that one particular type of artist, and so we were very intentional with this record. We wanted to come with something that was very different from Long Black Train, so that's why we chose Your Man as the lead single, and I think it worked.
I think it worked. Absolutely. It sure did. We're going to play a different one off of the album. Would You Go With Me? 4 times platinum now.
Yeah.
Congratulations on that.
Oh, and Sean Camp just being announced as member of the Nashville Songwriters Hall of Fame. So how cool is that, too?
Yeah, I've known Sean a long time. So speaking of scouring the landscape, so Frank and I had gone into Sony Tree, and we were sitting in this pitch meeting. There was like 7 or 8 pluggers in this meeting, and one of the guys played Would You Go With Me, and it's Sean singing and on the demo and everything, and it's like 4 verses and this big long instrumental break, and I'm sitting there thinking like, man, it sounds like a great song, but I just feel like something's missing. And Frank, had better ears than me, and he basically told them, he said, we'll cut the song if you have the writers go back and write a hit chorus. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, man, you're going to get us kicked out of here.
Wow.
But sure enough, like, Sean and John Scott Sherrill went back and wrote the chorus that you know today, and we got rid of one of the verses and turned it into what it is today, and it was my second number one. So
we're going to play it right now. Here it is. Would you go with me? Josh Turner on the air this morning on the Kelly Sutton Show. Good morning, everybody. We are talking to Josh Turner in studio with us this morning, celebrating 20 years since Your Man came out. Look at that. Look at that hair. Look at that smile.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember where this photo was taken? Where were you guys doing this?
That was in Nolensville, Tennessee.
Okay. What was happening in Nolensville?
Not much.
Nothing?
There's a whole lot happening in Nolensville right now, but back then there was not a whole lot going on.
Oh, as someone who lives off Nolensville Road, trust me,
Yeah.
that expansion project is
Yeah.
not fun.
It ain't the same Nolensville as it used to be. But
It's pretty cool. Love that. So was this somebody's house, or was there a
that was
barn?
like an old feed store, I think, the side porch of a feed store. So,
Oh, okay.
but
I
yeah,
like it.
all those pictures for this for that packaging was Nolensville. Like, we did it in front of the church, and there was like another little store, and then I went down to the creek bed and all that. So yeah.
Isn't it funny how they scout for those places?
Mhm.
They're like, all right, here's where we're going. And you're thinking, that doesn't look like that's
Yeah.
going to be a good picture. And then they finish it and you go, oh, wow, that looks really cool.
Yeah.
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 In the creek bed, what were you doing down in the creek bed?
Are
there any more pictures of
I
that?
was fishing.
Did you pretend to catch anything?
I do a lot of pretending.
Have
Yeah.
you done any acting?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you like to do more of that?
It's not something I plan on pursuing, but if
But if
somebody
it comes
presented
to
me
you,
with
yeah.
a role that I felt like was cool or that I'd enjoy, maybe, but it's
Well-
not something I'm out there. That's like, hey,
But
sign
that's
me up.
it. You know, I mean, there is so much of what you do as far as performance is it
Oh, yeah.
translates pretty easily. And we're seeing so many of our friends, you know, Riley Green's now on Marshalls and Lainey was on Yellowstone and so many others. I'm like, man, you would fit right into that world.
Yeah.
Taylor
maybe.
Sheridan, where you at?
Yeah.
Give us
maybe.
a call. That's
but,
cool.
But yeah, it's just I did a low budget thing. It was kind of a biopic of like Billy Graham's early life, and
I remember this. Yeah.
So
I remember
I played
this.
George Beverly Shea alongside
That's
Armie
right.
Hammer and all those guys. But and it was fun. But like I say, it just it wasn't exactly my forte. So.
You know what though? It had to be fun.
It was
Something
it
new,
was.
a
It was an
different
experience,
challenge.
yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Well, as we were playing this on right now on WSM, we're playing Would You Go With Me? We've got more with Josh. He's going to hang out with us in the studio. So everybody that's watching us on the live stream, if you have questions, you can put them down in the chat. Josh is our guest this morning. He's going to be with us for the next little bit. So if you have any questions about Your Man turning 20 or anything else, you can put them right down there in the chat. We'll be back.
It's the year of forestry at the 2026 Wilson County, Tennessee State Fair. Happening now through Saturday at the James E. Ward Ag Center in Lebanon. Come celebrate America 250 and long-standing Tennessee traditions at one of the premier family-friendly events in the state, featuring thrilling carnival rides, live entertainment, agricultural exhibits, livestock shows, delicious fair food, and exciting competitions for all ages. Learn more and get tickets in advance at WilsonCountyTNStateFair.com. WSM at the Fair is presented by Southeast Impressions and Sherry's Hope.
WSM.
Pump up the volume. Business moves fast.
Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
What do parents think of back to school at Staples, where 24-pack Crayola crayons are just 50 cents?
Staples has folders, notebooks, and pens at great prices.
I'm smiling from ear to ear. It's the most wonderful time.
Mom, I missed the bus of the year.
It's a wonderful time at Staples, where school supplies start at just 25 cents. Staples.
That was easy.
Visit your local Staples today or shop online and in the app. Ends 9/12. Exclusions apply.
Once upon a time, Goldilocks had her leg broken in a crash. The medical bills were piling up fast, and she didn't know whatsoever to do. So she called 3 lawyers, bears. Yeah. So the first bear she called was so big, but Goldilocks felt small when the bear wouldn't return her calls and didn't treat her well at all. Maybe he was just too big. The second bear she called was small. He was like a teddy bear, so cute. But Goldilocks came to realize the insurance bears were not taking him seriously. Maybe he was just a wee bit too small. Then she called Jeff Roberts and Associates, who is not a bear at all, but a personal injury attorney who has been practicing in Nashville for 25 years. Not too big, not too small, just right. Jeff Roberts got her the settlement she deserved, and she lived happily ever after. Jeff Roberts and Associates, big enough to win, small enough to care.
Google Jeff Roberts and Associates Nashville or simply dial 615-425-4400.
Keeping you connected to country.
Now, if you're new around here, I have a bunch of jobs that revolve around talking to country music stars, basically.
Does she sleep ever?
Morning radio, weekend radio, Opry host, live event MC, podcast host.
You found the Kelly Sutton Show on 650 AM WSM. Brought to you in part by Puckett's Restaurant.
We're hanging out with Josh Turner in the studio. We are celebrating 20 years since Your Man came out. You've got new vinyl that goes along with this, and a limited edition turquoise vinyl as well.
Yeah, we spruced up the packaging. I rewrote the liner notes a second time.
Okay.
And we've got some previously unreleased tracks on here, some live tracks, and yeah, we went back in and remastered for the vinyl. It's 180 gram vinyl, and we have it in black, and we also have it in turquoise. So you have to check that out online.
Cool.
At my
and you signed
website.
a bunch too.
Signed a bunch.
Yeah.
I don't know how many, but I signed a bunch.
Does your hand ever cramp when you're doing that?
It
after a
depends.
while?
Years ago, when they would just like fill up the front bay of the bus full of records, it was like, is this ever going to stop?
That's the thing. You don't think about it when you're a little kid and you're dreaming about signing things and you're working on your autograph, and then all of a sudden it morphs to just a J and a T kind of, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
We're going to get through this pretty quick. You also have a bonus track on here, Hard Headed. So tell us about that song.
Yeah, so that was, I guess John Scott Sherrill wrote that too, if I remember right. But yeah, we released that online years ago as for some reason, but yeah, it's never actually ended up on the record. But I've always loved that song, and it's a great, well written song, and I feel like I sang it pretty good.
You did.
Yeah.
You sure did. We're looking at all the accolades. Okay, so we just said that Will You Go With Me just went 4 times platinum. Me and God been certified gold. Your Man is now certified 5 times platinum. Congratulations on all of that. Does that ever feel different to you? Because I can tell you don't get really affected by awards and big plaques and things like that. I know they're nice, but just looking at you, you're like, yeah, okay, that's cool.
No, it does mean a lot to me, especially the things that can't really be taken from you, like record sales and number ones and stuff like that, because I've always had it in my mind. It's like once you get there, it's like that's it. You can't undo that. But yeah, it's just like I say, it was my first number one as an artist. Jennifer and I did the video for it, which made a big splash, and then not long after that, Randy Travis and I were doing the CMT Cross Country special together, and that the sales just skyrocketed after that. And then few years later, Scotty McCreery singing it on his audition of American Idol, and my phone's blowing up about that. And then every other person on every other talent show on TV is singing that song, and then it blows up on social media, and it's just, and even now today, like, I mean, I hear from people literally all over the world of like, just, hey, I heard your man, or like they ran into somebody that, you know, is a Josh Turner fan in whatever country, and it's like just crazy.
That's so cool.
I actually have a friend who was literally in Africa on a mission trip just recently, and she asked one of her guides, she said, have you ever listened to country music? He was like, oh yeah. And she's like, who's your favorite artist? He said, Josh Turner.
That's what I'm talking about.
And she was like, what?
That's
like,
amazing.
This is not what she expected. So
talk about global.
Yeah.
There you go. That's awesome. What's the strangest place you've ever heard your music?
Well, that's a good question. I don't know about hearing my music, but I've been recognized in some crazy random places. Like I was in the middle of nowhere in Hawaii like years ago, and I just stopped in to ask somebody for directions, and the guy behind the counter was like, he was full on Hawaiian, and he said, you sound like Josh Turner. I'm like, well, there might be a reason for that. Like, you just never know.
Did you have to sing something for him to
No,
get the directions?
no.
I love that. That's so good. Well, tell us about the Grand Ole Opry, because it's just featured so prominently in your life, and the fact that you are now helping others come into the Grand Ole Opry. It's this cool circle that is never unbroken.
Yeah, my daddy has told me stories about how he and his family, you know, when he was young growing up and they hardly had anything, he said that the thing that they looked forward to every week was gathering around the radio on Saturday nights listening to WSM when they could get it, and listening to the Opry and all that. And so I had heard stories like that. When I was growing up, I never could get the Opry on the radio. But I'd always heard all these stories. Like I say, I'd heard the records from a lot of the Opry stars, and so I was somewhat familiar. But then when I finally moved here to Nashville, I started coming to the Opry and was, you know, going to the Midnight Jamboree at Ernest Tubb Record Shop, and, you know, all that kind of stuff, and just kind of immersed myself in that, and it felt so comfortable for me, because it was like, you know, an extension of Granny's house, you know, listening to all that stuff, and so, you know, obviously my debut at the Opry was a big historic moment, and then you know, I got inducted like 6 years later, which I thought was way too soon. But that was such a surprise and an honor, and you know, and I've lost count on how many times I've played it, but yeah, it's just it's always meant something to me, and, you know, not just me, but just our genre of music. You know, there's no other genre of music that has a Grand Ole Opry. So
yeah.
I'm going to ask you to elaborate just a little more on that debut, by the way, because I think collectively Kelly and I have hosted about 800 shows. I've only had 2 encores ever in like over 500.
I can think of one.
All right, so that's 3 out of 800.
Yeah,
so yours is pretty legendary at the Ryman.
Yeah. And what's funny too is for years, like for most of my career, I would always describe that moment as like it reminded me of the 6 or 7 encores that Hank Williams had done when he made his Opry debut. But I learned just recently that actually didn't happen with Hank. That was actually a myth. Or not necessarily a myth. It was misinformation, because he had done that many encores at the Louisiana Hayride, and the head of the Hayride said, from now on, nobody's going to do more than Hank did. So he like cut it off. Like if anybody started getting, you know, up there doing more encores, like they would cut it off so that Hank would always have the record. But when Hank came and played his debut at the Opry, yes, he played Lovesick Blues, but he played it the first time, and because of their sponsors and being on the radio and all that, like they had to stay on schedule, and so they weren't allowed to do encores. And so after he played Lovesick Blues, the crowd was just going nuts. They were on their feet, and they were wanting more, and the story goes that Hank threw his hat back out on the stage, and everybody went crazy, and that was the extent of it. And so for me, you know, I had always thought that he had done 6 or 7 encores there at the Opry, but that turns out that wasn't true. So the fact that I got to play more than Hank Williams
Yeah.
during my debut was like, well, that means even more. But yeah, I was scared to death. We basically begged my way onto the Opry stage. Pete Fisher was the general manager of the Opry at the time, and we had actually, it's Dave and Buster's now, but it used to be Jillian's.
Oh,
I don't know if
yeah.
you remember that?
Yeah.
That's where we went, and we had to pick up the tab. Thanks, Pete. And so
that's still the case, by the way.
Yeah.
He's not picking up the tab either. No.
But he relented, and he said, hey, I'll let you go on late one Friday night before Christmas. We'll let you do one song and see how it goes. And so I got in there. I rehearsed with the staff band because I didn't have a band at the time. Mm-hmm. I had recently just signed my record deal like a month prior to this happening, and so I was like completely new. Like I didn't have a record out, didn't have a website, hadn't done a photo shoot. I mean, nobody knew who Josh Turner was. So I get out there scared to death, play Long Black Train, and about halfway through the song, people are like starting to stand up, and I'm thinking like, what star is coming out from behind me, but they all, by the end of the song, they were all on their feet and just cheering, and I walked off stage like, holy moly, I made it through that. And I'm like making my way up the stairs, and all of a sudden people are like, Josh, Bill's calling you, Bill Anderson, who was hosting that segment, because he had asked the crowd, he's like, we all want to hear some more, and they got even louder, and so I finally make my way back out there thinking like, what am I going to do? I only rehearsed one song.
Yeah.
And I go back out there, and Bill said, Josh, how about making that train a little bit longer? And and I was like, well, I've never done an encore before, so I don't know how this works. So I go out, and I start singing it the second time, and it just all of a sudden just hit me. Like I just was overcome with emotion. I started getting choked up, and I started losing my place, and I just butchered the song, from that point on. But like everybody, like it didn't dawn on me at the time, but years later I finally realized like they were reacting to my voice and that song. Mm-hmm. That was it. Mm-hmm. They had no preconceived notion of who I was, and so that was why I think it was such a historic moment. And then I finally make it back up to my dressing room, and I collapse into the couch. And a few minutes later, Pete Fisher walks in. He said, "You can come back anytime you want." So I did.
Incredible. That is incredible. Well, congratulations on everything that's been happening for you. Annie, you said you wanted to play a little game while Josh was here.
Yes, Josh, we have a game for you.
Okay.
This is going to be, you're going to be the judge.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
And the three of us are going to compete in a low voice challenge.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
We're going to do the classic line.
We've got two women and somebody from Providence, Rhode Island. This ought to be, this ought to be good.
I'm not going to win this one.
All right.
I'll kick it off.
Annie is the only one of us that actually sings.
Not in that octave.
Okay.
Not in that octave.
Okay.
This is my...
Okay. Let's do it. Okay.
Baby, lock them doors and turn the light down low.
She sounds drunk.
Well, no.
You never know what's in the cup.
Okay, I'll go. Ready? Baby, lock them doors and turn the lights down low.
Oh, that's pretty
That's
strong.
not bad.
That was on key, too.
Well, I
one
am a
door,
little
Kelly.
hoarse.
right.
Well, that's right.
You've
I did
listened
say
to the end of
doors.
Scotty's even got.
I did.
Yeah.
Scotty screwed me up. Sorry.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, both of y'all got the lyrics wrong, so
Well,
it's all
all right.
I know. I
Charlie-
said
Charlie.
them door.
I know. All right. All right. Let's go.
Baby, lock the door and turn the light down low.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner.
Ooh. All
We have a winner.
All right. That's fine. Charlie Meadows, congratulations on everything,
Oh,
man.
thank you.
We absolutely are so proud of you and proud for you, as
Yeah.
our friend Bill Cody used to
Yeah.
say all the time. He loved you so much, by the way.
Oh, I love Bill.
I know
and
you did. I know you did.
We all miss him.
Well, this is really special. 20 years, your man. Josh is on the Never Ending Tour, so you can find him. He's coming to all the different cities. Going to be up in, I think, New York next,
Yeah.
around there. So let's see. I saw it here. It was Rochester, New York. That's going to be happening. Then Albany, and then Washington, Pennsylvania. But everything is right there on your website.
That's right. JoshTurner.com. Very original website name.
All right. We're going to play the real version now.
Yeah.
Here's your man this morning. Okay, everybody, we've got Josh Turner in studio with us, and we're playing Your Man right now on the radio. You said you had a special name for some crows. Tell us all about this story. I love it.
Yeah, so this is not the counting crows or the black crows, but when we lived here in Tennessee, I had about 40 acres, and I feel like every time we would drive away from the house out in our front pasture would always be these 3 crows standing out there. And so this started happening so much to the point to where we just ended up naming them, and we ended up naming them Coffee, Country, and Cody. And to this day, it doesn't matter where we are, if we see 3 crows together, it's like, oh, look, there's Coffee, Country, and Cody.
That's so perfect, man. I love it so much. That is a great story.
Yeah.
Thank you again for coming in and hanging out with us. Thank you to everybody that's watching on the stream this morning. You can go get the limited edition vinyl. You've got the turquoise vinyl that's out. Also, Josh is on tour. Mentioned that on the radio side, but just want to let everybody know those 2026 tour dates go all the way through November. So you're wrapping it up you got one in December too. You're going to be there December 3rd in Erie, Pennsylvania at the Warner Theater. But in the meantime, check out all of those tour dates and go see Josh. He's coming to a city near you. Thank you so much. And thank you for everything you do for the Opry, by the way. Just being there for Scotty and being a part of all of that. That was one of those, like, man, this truly is a full circle moment getting to watch that.
Yep.
So really cool. Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
All right, 20 years of Your Man. That is Josh Turner hanging out with us in the studio.
Every weekday morning, there's nothing better than watching the sun rise to the sounds of bluegrass and the smell of freshly cooked Purnell's Old Folks Country sausage. It's WSM's Bluegrass Breakfast, starting at 5 a.m., presented by Purnell's. Real bluegrass, bright and early. The perfect way to ease into your day. We'll provide the music, you provide the kitchen. WSM's Bluegrass Breakfast, 5 to 6 every weekday morning.
WSM.
Hey, it's Nan Kelly from Heart of the Night. Years ago, Charlie and I called Sage Spring Wealth Partners for help with our financial future. And 25 years later, we are so happy with the care we've received from them all this time. Their approach is holistic, understanding your present and future goals and crafting a plan toward a life of financial independence. Retirement income, tax integrated and investment planning, financial planning, and education at every step of the way. You invest in your future, they invest in you. Sage Spring Wealth Partners at sagespring.com.
This is a testimonial provided by an existing Sage Spring Wealth Partners client for which the client has been compensated in cash. The client has an incentive to recommend Sage Spring Wealth Partners due to the compensation the client is receiving for this testimonial. For additional disclosures, please visit sagespring.com/disclosures.
Sleep Number's new collections are designed to adapt to the changing nature of your life and your sleep needs. Whether it's the personalized comfort of the new Comfort Mode mattress, the targeted pressure relief of the Comfort Next mattress, or the Climate Collection that actively cools or warms to help you fall asleep and stay asleep.
And now, get early access to our biggest sale of the year. Save 25% on the new Comfort Next Luxe for a limited time. Only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com.
It's summertime, and Aleve is here to keep you on the go. Whether it's planes, trains, or automobiles, Aleve's got your back with up to 12 hours of back pain relief. With just one dose, you'll get to your destination and be ready for your next adventure. So pack your sunscreen, your shades, and your Aleve. No matter where your final stop, Aleve will keep you moving. From sunup to sundown, Aleve got your back this summer. Feel Aleve. Use as directed for minor aches and pains.
For 250 years, we've been building America by hand, together. These are the hands that built America, the hands that still shape it, earn it, and pass it on. American-made craftsmanship lives in every buckle and every piece of jewelry. From Montana silversmiths, made by hand, made with pride, and made to last for generations. Celebrate 250 years of building this great nation together. Visit montanasilversmiths.com or your local fine Western retailer.
From the Simply Superior studio at the Springer Mountain Farms Acuff House, this is the world's most famous country station, 650 AM.
WSM Nashville.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. The Memorandum of Understanding reached between the U.S. and Iran expires today. The deal was reached in June after high-level talks mediated by Pakistan. There's little evidence that either side wants to extend the agreement or that it's been effective. Both sides have accused the other of violating the terms of the deal multiple times. Actress Hayden Panettiere is dead. She was 36. No cause of death was given. She was known for her roles on the NBC sci-fi series Heroes, as well as the musical drama Nashville and the Scream horror franchise.
Jolene, Jolene.
Dolly Parton was forced to skip the grand opening of the Night Flight expedition at her Dollywood theme park on Friday due to ongoing health issues. During the ceremony for the new ride, a pre-recorded video of the 80-year-old was shown saying she'd been feeling dizzy and dehydrated. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
WSM Weather.
From the Springer Mountain Farms Weather Center, here's your first alert forecast.
I'm WSMV4 First Alert Meteorologist Stefano DiPietro. Hot and humid for us today. Highs in the mid-90s, a heat index around 105, and mixing clouds and sun for a majority of the day, though you do want to keep an eye out for a pop-up shower or thunderstorm as we progress through the day. A chance for a severe thunderstorm east of I-65 late this afternoon and this evening, with gusty winds, heavy downpours being the main concern. We are down to the 70s and 60s tonight. Less humid tomorrow. Highs are in the low 90s.
WSM.
Keeping you connected to country.
Okay, friends, I have a fun story for you.
You know I love my gal.
This is the Kelly Sutton Show on 650 AM WSM. Brought to you in part by Puckett's Restaurant.
Just hanging out with Josh Turner this morning, asking about thrift store, where you love going to the thrift store. He says he likes seeing things, finding finds. I could see that about him. That would be the fun part of being on the road.
Oh, yeah. You know, it's interesting, too. I love asking artists what they do because and I say it a lot, but it is so easy to travel the country and see none of it.
Right.
You know, bus to sound check to show to hotel to bus to next city. And unless you try and build in a little time, you know, you don't get it. And I like the ones who do take the time and really see America. Because, I mean, what a way to see our country, right?
That would be amazing to me if you were just rolling around and you're like, hey, we're in a new store. Let's check out thrift stores, Goodwills, and see what they've got on tap. Speaking of, she didn't go to a thrift store, but it was funny because Lori Morgan a couple weeks ago was out on the road. She got to the venue and realized she had forgotten her stage clothes.
Oh.
Like, did not have a stage outfit.
Uh-huh.
And so she's documenting all of this on Instagram. She's like, I can't believe in all the years I did not bring anything to wear. So they went straight to a Dillard's and they got something.
Oh,
she
wow.
looked great. But I did talk to her. I said, that's pretty funny. I said, that's where I would have gone too. I would have gone straight to Dillard's.
I remember I was working an Opry Plaza party very early in Carly Pearce's career. I think she had played the Opry once or twice.
Mm-hmm.
But we're outside and it's the summertime. And someone had travel issues and could not get to the show that night. And I remember Dan Rogers calling her about 6:15 and saying, hey, we've got a spot. If after you wrap up on the plaza, can you come and play the show at around 7:45? And she looked great. I mean, Carly always looks great. And I remember her getting on the phone to her mom saying, Mom, you know where the key is. Go to my house, grab this outfit, these shoes, and the makeup, and bring it to the Opry House. So
that's amazing.
So, yeah.
Okay, similar story. A good friend of mine is making her Grand Ole Opry debut. This is before I ever worked in radio. This is before I ever had any connection with the Grand Ole Opry. but Amber Dotson was her name.
Oh,
And Amber was making her Grand Ole Opry debut. And all of her friends were coming to watch her. And as we were leaving, we get a frantic phone call. She was our neighbor, lived right down the street. We got a frantic phone call. I left my outfit at the house. Will you please grab it and bring it? And I said, absolutely. And so we went to her house, found the spare key, got in, got her outfit, got here, and got her ready to make her Grand Ole Opry debut.
Maybe a month or two ago, sometimes I'll wear a nice shirt, but oftentimes I'll wear one of the I'm a Gene and Willie, Opry shirts in the T-shirt. Yeah. So I show up at the Opry, and I go to grab my coat and realize I don't have my coat. So now I'm in jeans and a T-shirt to host the Grand Ole Opry.
No.
And I go to Opry Dan. I go, Opry Dan, you got anything a man could wear in Opry Dan's closet? And he goes, take a look. And there was one that fit me like a glove. It was perfect, like right off the rack. I'm
There
like,
it
thank you,
was.
Opry Dan. So I've worn Opry Dan's jacket once to the Opry.
That's like thrifting.
It's kind of like thrifting.
It was, yeah.
Similar, yeah.
Yeah.
Give us your best thrift story. We love hearing them. 615-737-9650. All of the lines are open.
Yep.
And we're going to play a little Jordan Davis. You're trying to make me cry today.
USC's too far.
USC is too far. This goes out to my daughter, Reese Benton, who's looking at USC as a college. Okay.
Wherever you go this summer, take WSM with you. With the WSM Radio app, you can listen live to the Grand Ole Opry, catch your favorite country shows, and stay connected to country music's home. Anytime, anywhere. Plus, explore even more with our 24/7 streaming stations, Route 650 Americana, Opry 100 Radio, and Legends of Country Radio. From Nashville to the world, it's everything you love about WSM right in your pocket. Download it now in the App Store and never miss a moment. 650 AM WSM, on your radio and wherever you are.
Your radio home for the Opry. WSM.
Americana Fest. The Americana Music Festival and Conference is Nashville's best week of music, slated for September 15th through September 19th, with performances by Buddy Miller,
I'm fired again.
Katie Pruitt, Melissa Etheridge,
And I chose to survive. God, I love being alive.
Drayton Farley,
And I need you, love. This rush just
Aaron Enderlin,
baby, I can be your whiskey.
Leroy Parnell, Shaky Graves, and many more. Premier all-event silver wristbands are available at AmericanaFest.com. That will get you admission into shows, plus invitations to dozens of music, business, panels, and parties. Just want to catch the nighttime showcases? Festival wristbands are also available at AmericanaFest.com. Americana Fest, the coolest music scene today.
When you choose Springer Mountain Farms, you're choosing a company that is proudly rooted in America. From family-owned farms in the Blue Ridge Mountains to feed made from corn and soybean grown right here in the United States, Springer Mountain Farms is committed to supporting American farmers and American families. Their chickens are raised responsibly and are proudly American Humane Certified. Plus, every product is all natural, never fed antibiotics, hormones, or animal byproducts. It's a commitment to quality, transparency, and care that's been earning trust for generations. That's why families across the country turn to Springer Mountain Farms for simply superior chicken with exceptional taste and quality. Springer Mountain Farms is also proud to bring you the Daily and Vincent Show, heard every Saturday night on 650 AM WSM. Find Springer Mountain Farms in the fresh meat case or frozen food aisle at your favorite grocery store. To learn more, find recipes, or locate a retailer near you, visit SpringerMTN.com. Springer Mountain Farms, always great care, great taste.
She's country music's BFF.
I have, and I'm not giving it back. It's my job now.
This is the Kelly Sutton Show.
Hey, Jelly, I'm going to need a favor. I need you to stick to singing. I'll do the hosting, okay?
Brought to you in part by Puckett's Restaurant.
Good morning. You are listening to us this morning on WSM all around the world. And good morning to our friend Paul, who called us. Paul is working the cows today. Paul Perkins, he says he's got black Angus and some Jersey cows as well. I said, well, what's going on? And when he told me all the things that he has to do, his chores are way harder than mine. Yeah. Way harder than mine. Yeah. So, yeah, good morning to everybody who's working on the farm this morning as well.
Anytime I complain about anything I do and how tired I might be doing it, I think of what I actually really could be doing and then don't complain anymore.
That's exactly right.
Good mindset, Charles.
That's a great mindset.
Like. Mm-hmm.
Great mindset. Mm-hmm. Today is National Thrift Store Day, and we have been sharing some of our favorite things that we've thrifted, the things that we found over time. Let us know yours. You can do that over on the chat if you're with us on social media, or if you want to give us a call. Phone lines are open, 615-737-9650.
I'm digging the Boston shirt, by the way.
Isn't it fun?
Yeah, it's a nice one.
I actually found it here. Mm-hmm. Which I thought was interesting. We were about to go to Gillette Stadium to see Kenny Chesney. Mm-hmm. I don't remember what year it was. I have to.
He's there every year.
I'm digging back in the memory banks.
There's a lot
This was the first time that I'd ever gone to Boston, and the first time that I would ever be seeing him at Gillette.
Right.
So I was just looking through vintage t-shirts at the local thrift shop, and I found this one, and I was like, oh, that's just cool. It's a Ringer tee, by the way, and it says Run Boston 2012, which I had not been to Boston, nor have I ever run Boston. So, but I do like the t-shirt. So it's one of my favorites. I love t-shirt sections. Those are always the first place I go. And I will say, I have found some really cool vintage jeans, because they're already kind of soft and been washed a lot and worn, they've got that feeling to them. I like those. Those are always my favorites. Where do you head first when you walk in?
I actually will head to the dress shirts.
Okay.
Believe it or not. Because I found somebody must have just literally turned in their entire closet of these, because they're like 4 or 5 shirts that I really like the brand. And I just bought them all. They were all the exact same size, myriad of colors. And I'm like, well, this is like a jackpot here.
Yeah, you got all of those.
Yeah.
Well, if Paul Benton cleans out his closet anytime soon, I'll bring you some more stuff from the Paul Benton collection.
Thank you. I used to go to the vinyl, and I've just kind of given up on it in Goodwill, and I just never find anything good there.
Yeah, I don't feel like there are very many really good hidden gems in the vinyl section anymore, because everybody wants to do that.
Right. It's become the thing.
The thing.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh, you know what? I do have a jacket that I got not at a thrift store, but at an estate sale. It's my favorite find I've ever had. I'll tell you about it coming up.
Okay.
What's a little teaser?
All right.
Yeah, so stay tuned. We'll talk about that coming up. Jamie Johnson live at the stage of the Grand Ole Opry right now. This is Last Honky Tonk.
Well, the way things are going, it won't be very long. Them flashing neon signs are all gone. They say the nightlife ain't the right life. Pour the whiskey down the drain and melt down all them 45s that talk about trucks and trains. Well, I'll be there when they burn the last honky tonk down. Embody mind and spirit under the table or under the ground. The fading echoes of a barroom band might be the only sound. But I'll be there when they burn the last honky tonk down. Pull the jukebox from the ashes, dust it off, turn it on. And we'll dance in the burning embers until dawn. We'll pull a double from the rubble, and we'll drink to the good old days. Sit there till the smoke clears in my last election place. Well, I'll be there when they burn the last honky tonk down. Embody mind and spirit under the table or under the ground. The fading echoes of his barroom band might be the only sound. But I'll be there when they burn the last honky tonk down. I'll be there when they burn the last honky tonk down. Embody mind and spirit under the table or under the ground. The fading echoes of this barroom band might be the only sound. But I'll be there when they burn the last honky tonk down. Hey, I'll be there when they burn the last honky tonk down.
Jamie Johnson on stage at the Grand Ole Opry when he says, I'll pull a double from the rubble. Like, that's such a great song. That is Last Honky Tonk. You were hearing it live from the stage of the Grand Ole Opry. Thank you again to Josh Turner for stopping by. And thank you guys for listening in on the stream. He told a great story. And I don't know that the radio audience got to hear it because we were just talking on the live stream. But he said he used to have a farm here. It was about 40 acres. And every day when he would leave, there were like 3 crows that were always hanging out together at the front of his property. He'd be driving out and there were the 3 crows. And he said, finally, we named them Coffee Country and Cody.
I love that.
And you know what a group of crows is called?
It's a murder.
A murder of crows. Oh, well, there you go.
One of my favorite opening lines of any song I've ever heard was Pat Green, and it's called "In the Middle of the Night." And the opening line was the coldest night in Boston in the history of winter. Black outside like a murder of crows.
Oh, Ooh.
Isn't that a great line?
That is Pat Green, man. Pat Green is just one of those. I've loved him from the first time that I heard him, and still to this day, if I ever see he's on a bill somewhere, I'm like, oh, it's going to be a good night. Pat Green is there. Well, we've been talking all about finding stuff for cheap. If you're going around to the Goodwill, you're going around to the thrift store, today is your day. It's National Thrift Store Day. And I don't know, I didn't even think to see if they were running any specials.
Well, you're going to talk about your favorite find, your jacket.
My favorite find. This actually didn't happen at a thrift store. This happened at an estate sale, Lynn Anderson's estate sale, to be precise.
Okay, that ups the ante a little bit.
Yeah.
You know.
So her
the
daughter...
Mattoses will not have an estate sale upon my passing. There might just be a whole lot of records out near the trash.
It's called a garage sale. That's what it is.
That's what that is, yeah.
So it was Lynn Anderson's estate sale, and I walked in, and there was a satin tour jacket from 1968, and it said Sutton on the pocket because Lynn Anderson was married to Glenn Sutton once upon a time, and it is a Flat and Scruggs tour jacket when they toured Japan. So it's from 1968. It has my name on it, Flat and Scruggs on the back, and then it has, I think, Flat and Scruggs in Japanese written on the back of it. And when I pulled it out, it was like I heard the angels sing. It was as soon as I took it in my hands, and I put it on, and I'm standing there, and she said, "Yep, that one's supposed to be yours. It's got your name on it. Buy something else, and I'll give you that one. I'll throw it in." So
That's
I have
great.
it at home.
That's great.
I'll wear it sometime this week.
Yeah.
Since we're doing Thrifty Week, I will wear it sometime this week. It's quite warm right now to wear that jacket because it is a thick one. So I might have to like model it and then take it off because it'll be just a little too warm for it. It's 100.
Closest I can get is Luis Matos. He used to play. He plays for the Sounds now. He's in the Brewers, played for the Giants, but he spells it with one T.
Oh,
So,
yeah. Maybe you could find another T and just embroider it on there.
Yeah.
A little,
like a carrot with a carrot.
Yeah, the little carrot at the top.
Little carrot.
That'd be
It's
great.
okay. All I can find is Bill Nye the Science Guy stuff. And Nye is spelled incorrectly, in my personal opinion.
How does he spell it?
N-Y-E.
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
But you could say I spell it incorrectly, N-E-Y, but that's not how I was raised. So it's
There you go.
right in my book.
I know, but we are talking about thrift stores, so
I know, but nothing has not. Bill Nye the Science Guy merch is in thrift stores, I'm sure.
You think so?
Yes.
I would think that.
Right?
Does he have merch?
He has to.
I don't know that I've ever.
He was
seen-
huge when I was in the fifth grade,
he
Cal.
was huge, but I'm just saying.
Big news.
At the same time, wasn't he always PBS? PBS.
Do they not have merch?
PBS strikes me as the people that
Merchless.
don't do. They wouldn't do merch for him. They would do merch for their pledge drive, and it would just be PBS merch, right? Because they always did the pledge drives. That's my guess.
Send in your Bill Nye the Science Guy merch.
He has custom signed art prints.
Oh.
He has a science kit. He has 4 books that he has written that you can also get autographed.
I'm
He
gonna
has
deep dive.
He has a bobblehead.
Oh, well, now we know what we're getting Annie for
Oh,
Christmas.
the Bill Nye bobblehead.
Bill Nye
That's what I'm
bobblehead.
talking about.
From the Goodwill.
Make sure that you're with us tomorrow. New music from Elizabeth Cook. She's coming to visit with Matt Combs. He's going to make his Grand Ole Opry debut. And we have your chance to win tickets to see Carrie Underwood at the Grand Ole Opry. It's tomorrow on The Kelly Sutton Show. Have a good day.